Okay, let's hop into the game, shall we? So, we're going to be playing on the Twoobly Bedrock server, as we usually do here on these here live streams. Now, in the last stream, we officially TM completed the flower farm. Like, probably. Oh, no, wait, we did it. We forgot about this part right here. Okay, so I lied already. We try not to do that. So we gotta add some item filters to this. No big deal. That's actually really easy, but that's not like our main project for tonight. We might do that first, though. The main project is going to be working on the core of the base over here and also making more bees. Gotta get some bees going. Gotta get some buzz. So this is the core of the base. It's not anything particularly fancy or, special, but it's what we call home here on the server. And we might switch out this core. I still want to switch out that core for another new type of block. Take a screenshot of that and scan it. And then we're going to head down to this layer. So this layer has, if I can get down there, our auto smeltery. We're going to change up how this looks a little bit here on the front. This is the gold sword smelting for the gold farm. And then we got our bulk storage for the auto crafting for all the farms, which, has an amount of items that should be going into it, but we will see what happens there. And then we're going to put our little multi-item storage system on this side over here. Not sure what's going to go over here still. This is going to be the extended storage hall for the dyes and wool. That's going to be going over there at some point. Maybe tonight. Maybe, if we get time. Also, I want to swap out the floor underneath this to make it look better and generally just wrap up this layer that we have down here. So that's kind of the plan and the goal. But before we get to that, I do think we should go ahead and wrap up those item filters. Just kind of, finish up that project for a minute. And then we're also going to grab ourselves a ton of bone meal. Just absolutely tons of it. And maybe sell a bunch of dirt. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. Reactor core. It's, well, sort of. You could call it that if you wanted to. Certainly the core of the base. 12 blocks to make a dude. Okay, so we got me. Thank you gifting a bunch of subs to the community. We got gifted subs to Dumb and Connor and Magic Phoenix along with Liara and Flips. Much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoy your gifted subs. Show some love to me in the chat, being a crazy person. Really appreciate it. We also got Phoenix with the 100 biddies. And Fenris, welcome back for 20 months of Prime subbing. Akula with the 31 months as well. You guys are crazy. Thank you so much, everybody. The Ender Pearl chunk loaders are not on Bedrock. I specifically said in that short that they're not on Bedrock. They have never been. They might never. Well, they'll be here one day, but like it's gonna be a while. They're only on Java. There's no chunk loaders on Bedrock. Ain't never been. Hopefully one day we'll get it, but maybe. We'll find out. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make a ton of hoppers and a ton of chests so that we can make more hoppers. That's really what we need to do. How many hoppers does it take to build an item filter? We should figure that out real quick. Hold up, let's do a little mock-up over here. I don't want to like overcraft hoppers because we're so low on resources. If I overcraft these things, then we might never financially recover from this. We're gonna substitute comparators with repeaters. Okay, so you got your main. Hold up. So you got your main hopper that you're reading from. We're going to have a water stream above that. This one's going to be going down into the chest. And then we're going to read from that with a comparator, which is it's a repeater and it's facing the wrong way. Just bear with me. And then a couple pieces of redstone dust. There's a hole down there. Of course there is. And then you're going to have your redstone torch going like right here. Right. So then this would be your chest. Okay, so that's only 2 hoppers each, so we might not need that many hoppers. Let's assume that we need 3 hoppers each. That's only 45 that we would need. Because there's 15 of those guys down there. Really should have filled this in when I covered it over. Because we've been falling down there all kinds of times. All kinds of times. I don't have a chest full of hoppers. I have a double chest full of iron blocks, and I feel like that more than makes up for my lack of hoppers. Also, remember, until recently, we didn't really have a wood farm until we got the bamboo farm going. I always forget how to build the item filters, even though they're like super easy. I just always forget how to do it sometimes. I keep having impulses design from like, 2012 in my brain, and that's just not the one that we use anymore. I can never remember the Bedrock one. Why can't hoppers take items from jukeboxes? They can. It's just that jukeboxes only have music discs in them. So once the music disc finishes, then it like sorts it, Then it like pulls it out. Pretty sure. Or if you like activate it, then it should. It should anyway. Allegedly. Okay, we have the redstone box, right? Well, not over here, we don't. But it's around somewhere. Anyway, what have you guys been up to today? Have you done anything fun? I was going to record a video, and then I got distracted by all kinds of other things, and I didn't get around to it. So maybe tomorrow. I did work on the next video a little bit though. What's the difference between the two filters? The Bedrock ones are a little bit smaller and, in theory, more reliable. Dom, thank you for gifting a bunch of subs to the community as well. We got gifted subs to Confirmed Grunt and Dex and Latched, along with JD, MC, and Iridol. Much appreciated. Show some love in the chat. I gifted subs to everybody. Things are happening. When am I making a good tutorial on the flower farm? I don't know. At some point. Oh, you guys know what we do need to do right now, actually. Is make ourselves some custom named items for those item filters. Why do I have like 2 random shulkers over here and then the rest of them are over there? Just you are over here. Let's just make one combined area of junk and jank. 2 crafting tables. That's how serious we're getting. Yeah, it might be a week or so until there's the flower farm tutorial, but it's on the list. The next one is going to be a very simple build that I think is very good. It works out with Java Edition too, actually. Definitely not storage. Listen, we're building item filters. That is technically still storage. It still works. It counts. You can't say it doesn't count. "10 a.m. and you haven't done much yet." Well, I would still be sleeping if I were you. Because that sounds great. What day is it? Thursday? Why not? You've only ever used the impulse style sorter? It still works. It's just a little bit, sometimes items get missed out of it. It's fine. Finally set up auto crafting today. Auto crafting is so nice. I can't believe they added it to the game. It's like crazy. You wired some plugs and cut some rotten floor out of a storage building you got for free. A storage? You got a whole building? Bro, share. And this economy? It sounds like it was probably pretty janky though, which, it makes sense. That tracks, actually. Basically, all Bedrock iron farms are the same, so don't worry about it. They all work essentially the same, with basically the same exact rates. So there's really no issues. This is public world. It is not. This is the truly Bedrock server. It's a bunch of content creators and streamers and video producers up on here, making a whole bunch of content, playing together, having shenanigans together. It's great. Okay, we're going to assume that the item filters go to the right over here, since that's where we're mining out the room for. Building frame is good, floor is bad. Well, that's a score, I guess. Okay, so let's go ahead and wipe out this water, since that doesn't need to be in there anymore. Get rid of that. That's going to go up by a couple blocks. This whole entire water stream is going to go up by a couple blocks. So let's assume that we can whip out all this. And then we're going to be locking... Ooh, Did I not pick up any of that glass? I feel like I didn't pick up any of that. Did it all go into the hoppers? This is Soap Touch. I did check. Wait, no, we're just having multiple projects that we're working on this stream. Yeah, test your patience and stack villages. I can't recommend stacking villages for anyone who likes to stay sane for any amount of time. In theory, it's simple. It's a lie. It's a lie. A legitimate, genuine lie. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that we're making a lot of assumptions tonight, aren't we? Jeez. Let's put down some blocks over here. We're gonna block up these water streams real quick. That way, if I turn on this dude, that should spit out a whole bunch of yeah, a whole bunch of glass and things. Oh, my building materials back. Stacking is a fun, end quotes, challenge. Mm-hmm. Just like stepping on hot coals is enlightening. You have 6 stacked iron farm? That's... Why did you do that to yourself? Why did you do that to yourself? I'm so sorry. I feel bad for you. But also, congrats. It is really nice once they start working, but like getting to that point, it's such a pain. It's so bad. Okay, so we have to keep in mind that there's a redstone line right here that we cannot move, nor can we, like, do anything about it. So we're going to have this be like our lowest point right here. We're gonna need more hoppers. See, this is why I overestimated the amount of hoppers that we would need, because I knew there was gonna be some things. So this is gonna be our... Oh, maybe we can move this down a little bit. Hold up. Yeah, we might be able to move it to like here. There we go. So this would be our redstone torch. Okay, we can get some compactness out of this. Not much, but some. We're kind of building this backwards right now. That's fine. We're going to reuse that glass. Okay, so the comparator is going to be up here. I brought 5 comparators. Wow. Is that all that we have? That's probably all that we have. And then we'll have a block right here, so it reads from the hopper. And then hopper faces straight downwards. No. Wrong. Bad. I should know better. Hopper faces to side. That way it does not push items down. And then we have block here. Hopper down. And then we can use like a barrel right here. Or a pot. Let's use a pot. I think we have plenty of pots. And then that's a hole that was falling down. I always fall down holes. Okay, I think that'll be fine. And then we just mine this out. And we'll mine a couple blocks out up there, actually. And this will be the height of our new water stream. So not even a big deal. And that only uses 2 hoppers per. So we are actually good. We only needed 30. We'll need a bunch of pots, though. Is it an updated sorter? This is just a standard Bedrock sorter. Nothing really too special about it. What we're doing right now is we're installing item filters above each one of these hoppers right here because... Not because we need to filter the items, but because we need these hoppers up here to only collect 1 stack of items. So if we imagine each one of these 5 bone meal as a stack of bone meal, previously when we send a bunch of bone meal into the system, the first hopper over here would get filled up with 5 entire stacks. What we want to do is we want to fill up those back 4 stacks so that it only picks up a single stack of bone meal. That way, items more evenly get distributed across the entirety of the system and then distributed to either one of our item streams. Kind of similar to how we're filling up those slots in the hoppers on the compost tower. So each hopper in the compost tower is only getting a single stack of flowers. That way it doesn't back up, right? So we want to do the same thing here. We're trying to make sure the hoppers don't get backed up. That way items more evenly distribute to the rest of the build. It's the small things, but this will actually really add up to a lot more items being sent around the system. A lot quicker, too. And then we don't need to worry about this redstone. This does need to be a target block, though. Yeah, that's gotta be target blocks. We're using target blocks, guys. For once. And then it's really complicated redstone. You just got to go and spam redstone dust above each and every one of these bits right here. And then above each and all of those. I think I placed one extra. Yep, we don't need that one. Testing out vibrant visuals on your crappy laptop. Did it explode immediately? It seems like that's the general consensus. Man, the short that I made on TikTok about that got like 3 million views. It's crazy. I didn't even realize that until today. I was like, oh dang, that thing blew up. And then it's mostly just like, this looks great, or the shadows are perfect, or people love it in general. Or it's like, man, my PlayStation 4 is going to explode as soon as I turn this on. And it's like, well, yes, it will. You're not wrong about that. In fact, it might burn down your house. Yeah, Vibrant Visuals is great. We didn't turn it on the server because it is out in experimental mode right now. So technically you can try it right now, which is actually really interesting. I didn't think they would release that so soon, but it's cool that they did. I thought that would be more like a 1.21.100 kind of update, but it might actually be fully released in 121.90, which is the next Bedrock update. And I think that's going to be the Happy Gas update. It seems pretty likely that's going to be the Happy Gas update. I had to be a betting man. A betting piggo, rather. Okay, I'm thinking we're going to need more glass, and then I think we also need more comparators and our target blocks, and maybe a way up there, because this is getting annoying. No one likes building above their head. Makes your shoulders sore. Swing that pickaxe at the ceiling? I mean, come on. That's not comfortable. Oh, bunch of gravel. It's technically a storage system. It's technically a sorting system. So, like... But this is also not the main project of the stream. This is a side project that we need to wrap up. That way we can say it's done, and then we can move on, right? If we don't do it now, then, like, when are we going to do it? So we need to put a roof above this build, so we stop having mobs spawn up there. Because I'm thinking we're going to get chickens laying eggs in there, and then those eggs are going to end up in the compost tower. And I know one egg is already in there, which means that that system has one hopper that isn't working. And I have no idea where that hopper would be. So we're going to have to go check. That's the problem about that build. There is no filter for what goes in there besides what you have as an output for the farm. So if you kill a mob or if you drop a block into the wrong item stream, well, there you go. It's gone. Are there certain specs you need for vibrant visuals? There are. I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but it should be available on basically every platform. So unless you have like an old phone or you have like an old, you know, mobile device of some sort, then it should just work. Like it's out on all consoles, it's out on all computers, all mobile devices, except for the Switch, because the Switch would actually explode. Yeah, so it's not out on the Switch. Is it going to be on the Switch too? We don't know. It's not even out yet, so don't worry about it. We'll find out once that releases, but like, maybe. I think there's a fair chance it could be on the Switch too. I don't know how powerful that thing is or how much better it is than the normal Switch. If anyone can even afford it, or find it, or get one, that's a whole nother deal. We have no comparators. Let's go make a stack of comparators. I'm sick and tired not having enough comparators. Sick and tired. Let's see. You need like 3 redstone torches each, don't you? They're not cheap. They're not cheap things. And then you need a bunch of quartz. Where do you even get quartz from? Yeah, 3 torches each. Bam. I always think they need redstone dust, but they don't. Which makes sense. It's just like 3 torches on the thing. Okay, and then we have target blocks, right? Only 4? Oh, I swear I had like 90. There they are. I see. I know where everything is in my storage system. I'm finding all the items I need today. And today we're supposed to be like tearing out this storage and moving it. So I'm not going to know where anything is anymore. It's great. It's great on your laptop, but not your phone. Well, if experimental's on, then it should work. It's got to be on for that world in particular. Oh, I didn't grab pots. What am I gonna do? I have to call out my mods. I don't have torches either. What is this? I just made like 3 stacks of torches. Where'd they go? Okay, yeah, so we just need to fill in some pots right here to get those. And then we actually need the filler items as well. We need quite a few filler items. We do have to have 41 bone meal inside of each and every single one of these. That is unfortunate. Yeah, we can't cheese the system. Each one of these is going to be getting filled up with stacks of bone meal, so we can't cheese it at all. Sometimes, if you know your filters aren't going to be getting filled up ever, then you can do, like, you know, just a couple items in the front and then 41 filler items. But not today. Not today, Batman. Okay, so now it's the end of the water stream. Oh, there we go. So this is where all the bone meal is going to be coming in from. That's part of the water stream already. Or part of the bubble elevator. Okay, not too bad. Yes, we need to buy just so much bone meal. I think we need to buy like approximately 4 shulkers of bone meal. Or trade for it or get it somehow. I think Plod might have a lot. Plod might have 2. Well, he has a bunch of bone meal. I don't know how much he has, but we're gonna give him a bunch of dirt because he wants dirt for some reason. Because he lives in a desert and he doesn't have any dirt. So we're gonna give the man some dirt, and then he'll give us bone meal in exchange. To set up some auto-crafters for the redstone basics. Well, that was the plan. We were supposed to have an auto-crafting bay in the base. I did plan for that. There was going to be a 3rd floor to the lower storage area. Okay, let's see. Filler items in pots. 36 of these, that's not enough. That's only 9. Let's go find some more clay. Do we have more? We do. Get the quote shovel. I don't know what you guys are talking about in chat, but it's some sort of food, snack, treat thing. Maybe. I'm so confused. Somebody fill me in. We have a bunch of coal ore somewhere. Here we go. We should probably just break some of this down real quick. Oh, I left my pickaxe in one of the boxes. It's somewhere over here. I think it's in one of the white ones. Those bad candies have liquids inside. Oh, those could be good. There we go. Yeah, those could be good. I haven't had those in years, though. Wheat. You have heard me pronounce wheat? You live in Canada and don't speak French. Yeah, French is pretty big in Canada, isn't it? It's like one of the main things. Because history or something. Gushers? Oh yeah, Gushers. Why do I mine ores like this? It hurts my soul. Because then I can mine it automatically and read chats like yours. How do you mine? Okay, I've seen how you convert your concrete, mister. You can't talk. You can't talk. Okay, get out of here with the shaming. I've seen your concrete conversion. Facts preach. See, I got the whole mod team on my side. Oh, you should have brought it up, son. You weren't ready. You weren't ready for this. Shots fired. Oh, jeez. Said it was more efficient. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Better make sure your house is in order before you start throwing stones, mister. Let's see. We need some coal over here. Oh, did you ban something? Oh, thanks. Yeah, see, I see the message in chat. It says having 2 or more tools on the hotbar at once, but it doesn't highlight it or tell me in any way that it's a ban in action or a redemption. 2 or more tools on the hotbar at once. You're basically just banishing the shovel. So, man, you must really be sick if you're only banishing the shovel. This is so sad. I don't even need the shovel on the hotbar. I don't even want it there. You know what? I'll take the axe off the hotbar too. Boom! I'm overachieving out here. Overachievering. 14 of these. We just need 2 more bricks. Mine ores the same way you mine concrete. You're a horrible person. 2 or more includes 2. Oh, I guess, yeah. Having 2 or more tools. Okay, so it's only 1 tool. Okay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay, he's fine, he's fine. Nobody worry, Salt's fine. But look at this. This is such a clean hotbar. Boom. These are the only 4 items you don't even need that. These are the only 3 items you need in a hotbar, guys. You know what we didn't do? We didn't grab filler items. What should our filler items be? I might keep my hotbar like this just because I like it. What should the filler items be? Ooh, diorite, granite, iron. We could do iron. Iron blocks. Okay, we'll do iron blocks. Okay, now what's the name gonna be? Filler McFillers? No, no. Chunky filler? I don't actually have enough of those. Iron chest plates. That wouldn't actually work. It's gotta be something that stacks to 64. Flower power is a good name. Ironic! Perfect. Node notes. How many days? I'm at about 600 days, but this is a server, so you know it's always online. But we do track hours played. Right now you can see the blocks mined. I'm at 327,000 blocks mined. That's not so bad. Pretty ironic, don't you think? You gotta say it the way that Mr. Osborn did from Spider-Man. Ironic. I can't do his voice very well. What's his name? William Defoe? Des Moines, Idaho? No. You know what? That guy. You know who he is. Do I have enough bone meal for this? I have 5. I don't even have enough bone meal to set up the item filters for this. William Defoe. I mean, sure. Yeah, that guy. I don't know how to say his last name, obviously. But now everybody knows that. So, thanks. There's no bone meal in there. Oh my god, this thing's backlogged again. This thing produces so much sugarcane. Or maybe I'm just not checking it like every 3 hours, like I should be. Defoe. The foe. William Defoe. Hold up. William Defoe. I said Defoe. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna turn off the music. Wait, does that not play the sound? Oh wait, hold up. William Defoe. Okay, Defoe. I looked it up. Like a responsible person. Supposed to look up things that you don't know. So yeah, that guy. You gotta say it. You gotta say it again. Where's the rest of our sugarcane at? Is it despawning? Yes. Yes, it was. Not responsible sometimes. When I feel like it. Okay, well, there's bone meal going down. It's not going to... Or should it be? Okay, well, we do have more in there than we should. Right, we gotta put bone meal on all these as well. Yeah, so we're only gonna put one in there, and then the rest of them will just automatically get filled in over time. This is actually a good way to see how many of these end up getting bone meal. Like how much of it's gonna go through the system. That you'd have more views. Well, yeah, so TikTok is our youngest streaming platform, basically. So right now we're triple streaming. We're streaming to TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. And on YouTube and Twitch, we got about 100 viewers. It's like 113 on YouTube and 84 on Twitch. So about 200 people, which is cute. But yeah, right now we got like 6 over on TikTok. This is what it is. It's our youngest streaming platform. You know, it takes time to build up an audience. That's why, yeah. Okay, so all of these should be good to go now. We're gonna double check this all. Seems like we're fine. Even with the system built this way, we shouldn't have any of these hoppers like backlog. You know, let's throw some bone meal in there. There we go. Yeah, so the system shouldn't like backlog. Each one of these can still handle 9,000 items an hour. We're just stopping the hoppers from picking up these extra 4 slots right here. We should go ahead and do a little bit of a clip for that. I don't know of a way to like show this. It's really not very visible, is it? Yeah, it's really not very easy to see. Okay. So our item distribution system has gotten a little bit of an upgrade right now. We just had to go ahead and add item filters to the top of all of these. So each one of these slices will still handle 9,000 items per hour. But now that we have an item filter up here, each one of them will only hold 1 stack of bone meal. Or, you know, I guess about 20 right now, actually. And that is going to prevent it from picking up another 4 stacks of bone meal in all of these slots that would basically never make their way into the system until way after the system needs it. So we have all these filled in, and that means that the items are going to flow across many, many more hoppers. That way they get distributed to either side much faster, and they actually get into the farms a lot quicker. Because again, the farms use a lot of bone meal. You really got to get that bone meal out there as quick as possible. And even this system is still a little bit slow. You know, we're sending the items quite far to the compost tower, and then all the way back, and then down, and distributing them, and then up and around, and I don't know. It's a lot. So yes, please don't spam. You will get the banned. And you don't want to get the banned, because then you won't get the unbanned, and then... Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. Ooh, woo. We need more concrete real quick. So that's the end of that project. In theory, the entirety of the flower farm project is totally done now, except for the fact that we need to backlog the system with bone meal. So we'll do that at some point. Right now we can't actually run the farm; it's out of bone meal, so we'll need to go deal with that. But it is good to go. I made a whole stack of comparators. Where did those go? Didn't I make a whole stack of comparators? Where are they? Where did they go? They're gone. I had them. I had them in my clutches. And they slipped away. They were here. Where? I didn't use them. I used like 15. Oh, did I put them in my redstone box over there? I might have put them in the redstone box that was over there. It's fine. Okay. They're around. I'll find them someday. And don't worry about it. We are perfectly, properly prepared and organized. I was going to try and say organized with a P, but I couldn't figure it out. I'm not that smart. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just cover up all this with some solid blocks because I really don't want animals spawning up here anymore. Twitch on mobile's not fun. There may or may not be some changes coming to mobile Twitch. That's all I can say. You didn't hear from me, though. Did not hear from me. Rather have copper horns or another reactor core return to the game. Good question. The nether reactor core was pretty fun. You know, it seems like that has a lot more interesting uses to it than the copper horns. The copper horns were removed because they were kind of boring, right? It's kind of like, well, no real point in having these. It's kind of more just clutter, right? How many of you guys even remember what copper horns are or did? Probably not that many. Because they weren't that interesting. Also, they were only around for a couple betas, right? So nothing terribly interesting there. Just kind of made noises. Okay, this is obviously a very janky roof. We'll come back to this at some point, though, and fix it up so it looks better. Yeah, so you know how goat horns exist? Well, there was a copper horn variant of each of them, and that's basically all it was, and they made different sounds. So, like, yeah, that's pretty much it. They really were genuinely not interesting. Especially when we already had normal copper horns, or normal, goat horns. So it was totally fine to just not bother adding them to the game. Entire base of jank. Oh, don't worry, it'll happen. It'll happen. Okay. So this area is done, quote unquote, done. We are going to set up a little bee sanctuary real quick. And then we also need to look out for... We gotta look out for the... whatchamacallit. The egg that's in the system up here. I somehow picked up 2 of those. Yeah, somewhere... Oh, there's a stack of bone meal in here. Well, that's not good. Jeez, I need that. I wonder how that got in there. Oh, here's the... Oh, wow, that was so lucky. Genuinely so lucky that it got picked up this early. Okay, because I saw an egg fall through into the system when we first turned on that farm with all 6 layers. So there was like 50 stacks of items. So the fact that the egg got picked up within like the first 10 hoppers instead of like, you know, layer 2 or 3 is wild. Oh, there's a torch in this one. We're going to check the rest of these up here because there's a small chance that there's something else in here. And if there's another item in there, well, then it's going to break the system, right? But there we go. We got 3 more composters working now. A roof. I don't think anything can spawn up there, so I don't think we need to add a roof to that. The only way I would think that something can get in there is going to be like trader llamas. Like the leads break off or something. They spawn all around the base. I don't know how to stop them from spawning. So you saw 5 shovels and run, and one of them, there shouldn't be. We've checked that like 3 or 4 times. Maybe layer 2 could have one, but like I'm pretty sure we checked them all. So if we like trap this guy in a hole, is that gonna stop other ones from spawning? Also, the pots were just there to act as a filler. They're just a really cheap way to fill the gap between the 2 hoppers without using another hopper or like a dropper or something. It's just a cheap way to do it. It's not gonna stop them. Well, how do you stop them from spawning? You gotta like turn off the game rule. That's annoying. They should add a way to get rid of them, like a mob cap or something. Because this area is completely spawn-proofed except for those dudes. So it's like, well, what are we doing here? Hold up, I don't even need to make shears. There's shears in here. Box of use strikes again. Having shears in it. We're gonna go ahead and shear all these. Yeah, look how bad these item physics are. They still have not fixed these item physics. They just like go everywhere. It's super, super bad. I did design a way to get around that though. 33? Is that a lot? I feel like you need more than one to make a hive, right? Hold up. How do you make a hive? If I can spell it. Hive? Nest? Bee? Beehive. Why did you not show up when I typed hive? Okay, sure. 3. Okay, that makes more sense. I could use bamboo wood for that, right? If I can't, then I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna burn down the server. No, okay, we can. That's great. Burn down some Minecraft. 3 more. Okay, so that's 11. So each one of these is 3. So that's 33 more bees. I guess that makes sense. It's one beeswax per bee that it holds. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and where's the snowball? I threw the snowballs away somewhere. Those were important. Here they are. Should we contain them? I feel like we could just let them fly around. Those guys have been fine the whole time. So the true reason that we actually built this 1.2 million items per hour flower farm is the fact that we need to get a whole bunch of flowers so we can breed up some more bees. That's right, we need a ton of bees. Oh wow, yeah, I haven't missed the lag from this thing. Jeez. Let's go ahead and turn that off real quick. Oh, can't even aim. There we go. Yeah, so we'll just take all of these flowers right here. Excuse me? Give it some time. Yes, we're just going to take absolutely all of these flowers, the ones that just filled up my entire inventory, and turn each 2 of these into a bee. We're going to need more beehives. I don't know how many bees we actually need. It's a beautiful thing. These guys were just all out here. They're not anymore. There's gonna be so many bees. So many bees. Not the bees! 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 So many bees. There we go. Oh, we got a lot of baby bees! This is great. I'm gonna show this to Munchie. That used like 9 flowers. I have a whole inventory. There we go. Beautiful. Look how cute they are. They're so cute. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna build like a whole enclosure to make these guys stay in, but I figure that's probably unnecessary. Also, these guys are done already? We just harvested that. That's crazy. I want to switch out all these nests for hives as well. That way it's a little bit more consistent inside the build. Okay, we'll come back in a couple of minutes. And then, you know, breed up some more of those. Let's just put like a couple stacks of flowers in there. I don't think we really need that many. I don't know how many bees we got out of that, but maybe it was like 5 or so. There's a bunch of these. So we should be kind of good on that front, right? The rest of these can just be tossed into the composter. Oh, you can make that either way. That's great. Have left or right shears. What's up, Trizen? Welcome in. Right now, we're cleaning up a couple little projects before we get into the main storage area down below. Okay, yeah, we'll come back to those guys. dropped all the way down? Oh, good. It didn't land in my water stream, at least. So this is distributing some bone meal. Which is fine. Yeah, because a lot of that's just going to go into the first hopper. It's not really going to make its way over. Yeah, so only the first 2 hoppers have. That's fine. Should be good. Yeah. Exactly. Somebody's picking up when I'm laying down over here. You know what? Let's go ahead and empty out the rest of this thing as well. We're definitely going to get so much more of that by the end of the stream. We've already emptied that chest like 6 times. I should probably just add more storage to it. Or, you know what I should really do is hook it into the main storage in the base. And then we'd be fine. Oh, we get experience for breeding them? Did not anticipate. Okay, so this is our base area. 1 layer down is where we're actually going to be working tonight. Let's just go ahead and put all the shulkers in the wall, keep them up off the floor. The floor is way too nice and pretty for them. You know what? We can actually go ahead and empty out a couple of these real quick. Let's take these 3 back up there, empty those. The rest of these are just little project boxes that we got. Nothing too big of a deal there. I love that we have 10 ender chests now. So convenient. Looks down diorite. Yeah, well, listen. It's under construction. Jeez. So picky. So picky. Does a name a bee? Oh, jeez. Okay, we'll do that real quick then. You know what? They are sleeping. You don't wanna mess with them while they're sleeping. Did we name that bee, right? Oh, so we have a bee nest up there we need to move. It's probably about time that we clean that up. And yeah, we've got a bunch of excess materials in here that we don't really need floating around in our project shulkers right now. We're gonna pick up even more materials. Yeah, so all these chests that we have up here, these are what's actually going to be ideally moved by, if not this stream, then the next couple of streams. Oh, no, we have so much more dirt. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 14 and a half double chests of dirt. Yeah, I thought we only had like 6 double chests, but it turns out that's our grass stockpile. We have a lot less grass than we do dirt. Yeah, so that's dirt, grass, cobblestone. This one right here is stone, and the rest of this is just loveliness. Loveliness. Right then, we have more junk over here that we need to get rid of. That's all fairly project-oriented stuff. Those pumpkins are project-oriented. I put the comparators away in here. Yeah, I did. There they are. Okay, we are done. Besides that little bee naming item that we gotta do. Oh, we got a wardrobe change too? The least beautiful thing? Aw, poor guy. We're gonna have a beautiful bee and then a not beautiful bee? You had a space at the front of that. We're gonna fix that. The least beautiful thing? Oh, poor dude. And thank you, Fenris, for the wardrobe change. This name and item is from Beast. Stop B-rating him, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the puns that we're here for, my guys. Do I have a bee skin? I feel like I should have one carrying a bee. That's a camera. Hold up. We don't have a bee. We got a ZF. That's close enough. Got a bee Rallis. Yeah, honey picko's about the closest we got. This is from the update where bees were actually added. That's how old I am. Also, guys, we are getting staggeringly close to the 9-year anniversary on YouTube. This box has just been sitting down here the entire time, and I've forgot about it. Yeah, that's on the 22nd. Getting old. How many days away is that? 14? 2 weeks? 2 weeks? Oh yeah, 2 weeks away. Wow, okay, crazy. Okay, that one's empty. This one's got junk in it. That one's got junk in it. Let's go take a nap so those bees get out of their little boxes. Boom. The least beautiful thing. Okay, poor guy. Poor dude. Never knew what happened. He was the last one picked at the bee prom. Let's try to figure out a way to sneak a bee in there, but could not make bee and prom work together. Sad bee emoji. It is like the sad bee emoji. I have one of those sad bees now. It's great. It's not the sad bee that the emote is. That one got picked up by somebody in Dallas. Maybe. Maybe it's still there. It was a really sad bee, though. That's from the Dallas Minecraft experience. Creeper has a sad bee. Munchie has a sad bee. I have a sad bee. Everybody's got a sad bee. Okay, so we're going to change this floor a little bit. I don't have a Bizuma or a Beeralis like skins, no. Or not the carrying versions. You want a Podzol farm? I mean, just grow some trees next to some grass, basically. It's not too difficult. It's possible. It's possible. Okay, so this is our main storage room down here, and the core of the base, you probably haven't seen it in a minute because we haven't been here in a minute, but as you can see, it's ugly. That's why we haven't been here. So we're going to rip out the entirety of the ugly floor that is down, I guess there's a hole right there. We're going to rip out the entirety of the ugly floor that's underneath this thing and replace it with something that's a little bit nicer. And then we also need to build up some storage down here and do a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Lots of projects to do. I discovered that there's a hole in my base. I don't know how I do it. I just always find the way. I know there's a hole right here. That's where the beacon is. That's where our mines are. Oh yeah, we also need to figure out the bubble columns in the corners. Not sure what's gonna happen with those. Oh, we move those levers downwards. Interesting. Well, we can have those underneath a piece of concrete. That's fine. Yeah, so originally I was going to have items moving up in the corners of the base, but then I realized, well, if we put a bubble column right there to actually get in and out of the base, I'm going to pick up those items. So, like... how's that going to work? Unless we align the items into the very, very back corner. Like, maybe we wouldn't pick it up. We could try that. Also not sure what farms would even be going up there. It's funny that you mentioned that, Cola. One of those actually got stolen recently. Somewhere, some country, at some revolution, and someone walked out of there with like a golden toilet seat. It's like, huh. Well, maybe that's why there's a revolution. Zerus, welcome in. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name too badly. Yeah, so there's ways to make a fully auto podzol farm. So basically what you do is you have a stone generator, fill in a little area, right? And then you use some moss to turn that into moss, which you can automate as well. And then you grow up a 2x2 spruce tree. Boom, the whole area is now podzol. Congratulations. And then you mine it all out. And then you have podzol. And then it just like gets filled back in with stone generator. Yeah, so it's possible. If you, yeah, you know what? It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Go figure out how to design it yourself, and come back to me. Okay, so this is our floor. Ta-da! Wow, it's even uglier now. How'd that happen? Wait, hold on. It's evolving, but backwards. So we're going to install a bunch of sea lanterns. Did I grab sea lanterns? Of course I did. And, well, we have the concrete. Oh no, yeah, we got sea lanterns. We got the lanterns. Let's see. Let's get down here. I have no idea how I want to do this. There's 2 holes? That's great. I guess we don't need blocks anymore. I just picked up the blocks. Okay, let's cover in... This one's a 3 wide. That's crazy. Full die, right? Yeah, so I think I want to have... This is the very middle of the base, right? Yeah. Let's do a little bit of an inversion from the top. Be kind of like this. Because this will match, like, basically the very top of the base. And then we can have more lights out here. Like, I think we would have lights in all these areas. And then we're going to put more glass above this as well. So glad we have haste over here. Working on that flower farm with no haste was kind of a pain. Lamps! Lamps. And think about lamps. Let's get the ray tracing pack on. See that just sound bewitching? Wow. That's great. Did you just come up with that on yourself? Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm just giving you a hard time. Welcome in, B. Your name is B! This is perfect timing! Hi. We're making all the B puns. Perfect timing. Glad you like the farms. Okay. Is this gonna work first try? What do you want to bet? You would be a smart man to bet no. Because every time, it don't work. You know what? That's kind of a glorious crafting table. Unbelievable. Wow, wow. Oh, see, look how glowy this glass is. I actually really like that. See, I want to modify my tracing pack. No, it's the water that's glowing. Yeah, baby. Let's go. The glowing water is so nice. Hold up, let's get up to the surface with this. I want to mod my texture pack so that the water is always glowing. Because it looks so nice. You can't really see it up here because it's daytime. But like, let's go over here. Wait, hold on, this water isn't glowing. What? This water is. Okay. But yeah, so the water itself, obviously, don't worry about it. But it looks really good through the glass, which is what I want. So I want to modify my texture pack so that either the water is glowing or so that the glass is glowing. I think either and or both of those would be great. It's, well, the water source... Yeah, the flowing water is glowing. Yeah, I think you might be right about it. Yeah, it's just the flowing water. This is a bit bright. I don't even know what any of this is. Is this glass? Yeah, so this is pretty good. Obviously, this is horrible. But like this is nice. I like that. Look at that. Boom. So good. Oh, hi. You're going to get banned from the chat. Bye. More ray tracing madness. Indeed. That's just how we like it. Yeah, okay, so this is a little bit cleaner. Yeah, this is how it should be. Yeah, okay, so this looks pretty good too, right here. Let's get that blue in there. Yeah, so this is what it's gonna look like normally. Actions and stuff. I've never tried it. I don't really have an opinion besides that. Like, not really for me. Yeah, so we could try lamps down there. Do we have the lampage? Where's my lamps? Where's my lamps at? You know what? Lamps are up above. I think they accidentally removed achievements from add-ons. Yeah, because I've had a couple reports of that. But I think it's fixed in the next beta. So it should be fixed in 121.90. I don't know if that's going to re-enable achievements for your world that's already disabled or not, or what's going to happen there. But it seems like something they should have fixed in a hotfix. Seems like they should have done fixed that. Also, we're going to just use redstone blocks underneath these things because I cannot be bothered. Oh, look how nice that purple is, though. That looks really good. Also, James made me jelly because they bought a lightsaber. And now I kind of want to buy a lightsaber. But they're like 300 bucks. I'm like, ooh. I don't know about that. But also, they look pretty cool. So I don't know. I might buy a lightsaber. What am I going to do with a lightsaber? What everyone does with a lightsaber. Play with it in a very meaningful and lore accurate way. It's not a doll. It's an action figure. Let's see. It's not just a comic book. It's a collectible. Okay, that might look better. I'll leave it up to you guys. Which way do you like it? Do you like the sea lanterns or the lamps? I think the lamps look really good. Or sorry, I think the sea lanterns look really good. Oh, check that out. There's a reflection right there of lamps. Interesting. Well, obviously I have to ignore all the lamp cult people in the chat because, like, you're in a cult. So I'm just gonna listen to your YouTube chat. YouTube chat, I need your honest opinion with me. Tell me which one is better. Is it lanterns or lamps? Lanterns or lamps? You got to say it that way though, otherwise it doesn't count. Lanterns or lamps? I started the cult. I know that I started the cult. And that's why I know so much about it. It seems like we have a very split opinion on this. Casper's going over to the YouTube chat just to say lamps. Okay, fine, we'll do lamps. Okay. I really like the lanterns though. I'll do it, but I won't be happy about it. I'm gonna complain about it the entire time I'm ripping these out. The entire time. The entire time. Also, Casper, you're just spamming now. You're being a bad influence. Listen, we have these brand new streaming platforms. We need to influence the youngins, the young Padawans in the chat, to be just the right amount of chaotic. You know, just the right amount. Not the wrong amount of chaotic. We need more blocks, by the way. I'm still complaining, by the way. I'm still complaining about this entire thing. Oh man, I really do love the glowiness of the base. So good! Where's my redstone at? Probably should have picked up more redstone from the witch farm. Look how nice this is. We don't use ray tracing enough. Should try and use it for the rest of the stream. Yeah, there's easier and cheaper ways to do this. But do they have the hidden flex? No. Could we use redstone lamps or levers? Yes. Could we just put levers on the sides of these blocks and that would also work? Yes. Are we going to do that? No, because we already put it in the redstone blocks. I missed a lamp. Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to build when you have ray tracing on, right? So that's why we don't really use it. Especially when you're down to the depths of the redstone, it's kind of like, oh, okay, I need to switch this out. Yeah, this looks pretty alright. So now we're going to fill this over with glass as well. We had something happen. Casper, thanks for being a member for 2 months. Wow, only 2 months. SMH, not even trying. Not even a big fan. No, I'm kidding. Alvarez, thank you very much for the YouTube sub as well. Welcome in. I'm not going to do that. You shouldn't do that either, Skunk. That's, no one's going to know how to spell it. Longer on Twitch. Well, I didn't see it. Therefore, doesn't exist. All right, so this is the corner of the base. Hold up, let's, can't really do that. Okay, so this is the corner. So I imagine we do something like this. Let's just do, hold up, let's do single lines. So kind of like this, and then up would be like concrete, and then, yeah, this will make more sense. We got things, Casper, you didn't have to do that, stop it. You're still being a bad influence. We got a bunch of gifted memberships over on YouTube. Casper gifting 10 memberships to the community. We got gifted members to Minri and JC the Music Man, along with Yeppers and I don't know how to say your name, and Clumsy and ZFZ, along with Gummy and Simbrit. Simbrit on YouTube as well. Nice, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I couldn't pronounce your name, but sometimes that do be how it be. Much appreciated. You are indeed still banned, though, sir. This is not a valid strategy for getting around bans. I'm on to you. Okay, we're gonna use levers with the rest of these because I realize that it's actually pretty easy to use levers. I feel bad placing them on diorite, though. That's annoying. Poor guys, they don't deserve this. They deserve so much better in life than to be placed on diorite. It's not a life I'm gonna give them, though. See, this is what you get, Lamp Cult. You wanted lamps? Well, now you get dirty diorite lamps. That's just... just how it goes. Also, they don't even need to be on the sides of blocks. They can just be on the floor. Still on diorite, though. Lanterns, copper bulbs. Everyone keeps saying copper bulbs, and I'm not buying it. Nope, not buying it. Not really a fan of copper bulbs. You still have to power them, by the way. It doesn't really make sense to remove the lever after you've powered it. Like, just wasting time at that point. The lever's not that valuable. Okay, so then we're gonna have like concrete on these, I suppose. Yeah, so we're just gonna fill in all these blank spots over here with some concrete. And that way you can't see out the edges, right? Yeah, that's not so bad. I like that. We might not need to fill it in with glass even. We'll try it on one side and see how it looks, if there's any difference. But you might not need to fill it in with glass. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, the shadows look so good on that, actually. Yo, that is actually really nice. Check that out. That's pretty solid. I love the darkness that we get on top of there, actually. Didn't anticipate that. That looks great, though. Do we have more of this? Let's see if that changes it at all. Oh, it's even darker there. Interesting. Let's go ahead and fill in just the... That's kind of trippy. Wow, ooh. That almost hurts my eyes. Yeah, I think you might have to fill in the entire thing for it to look good. So I guess we'll try that on this side, since we already have this here. But let's go ahead and get... Well... Oh, man. Yeah, let's just try it on this side. And then if it doesn't look good, then we'll just rip it out, right? So just fill in all of this. We can also try a couple other things while we're here as well. May as well experiment. We'll get like a 3-for-1 combo experiment out of this thing right now. We're using Define PBR from Mad Lad. Okay, so we're going to try filling in just that, and then we're going to try filling in just over it. Okay, so I don't see any real difference with just filling in just those blocks. Just filling over it, I think, is also the same. Yeah, I'm not really noticing any difference. I think there's maybe a little bit more... How do you describe it? It's like... You notice how it's a little bit deformed? Like, it's getting thinner near the edges over there, and it's thicker in the middle. I think that's a little bit different. The only way to really check that would be to build it up on the other side. So let's do that, and we'll see if there's any real difference. But that looks so good. I love how that looked. Yeah, distortion, that's the word. That would be it. Okay, so we're gonna have to move this lever. But we can't move that lever. This is a bubble elevator right there. Well, let's leave that problem for later. Yeah, that's a difficult spot to power, isn't it? Depending on how those items are aligned, we could just put a lever right there or something. Same for this one, too. Although I think with this one, we could just do right there. Okay. That one's easy. Color's a little more saturated. Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell for me. That's why we need the A/B test. We're gonna have one side that doesn't have any extra glass in it, and then we'll have the one side that does, and then we can compare and contrast a little bit easier. But it looked so much better than I was expecting. Like, the extra layers of shadow and darkness was pretty great. Big surprise there. Doesn't take much to look good in ray tracing, though, does it? And that's why I love it. Makes it easy for me to build a base. Now I'm trapped. The dark side is good. We have cookies. Okay, let's check that out. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. It is a little bit more saturated. Yeah, so this one is a lot brighter than this. And I don't know why that is. This one is completely filled in with glass, which is interesting. Whereas this one... Hold up, which one is more saturated? Yeah, so this one is a lot more saturated. So why is that the case? That one has just the one layer of glass. Interesting. I don't know why that is. It seems like this one would be more saturated because it has more glass, but this one has 2 layers on it. Interesting indeed. I kind of like the more saturated look. And then there's a little bit of weird oddity here of like the darkness and then like the weird reflection because we're missing some glass. Yeah, the air gap must be changing how the light works. And it's also not as distorted either. It's a little bit, but not as bad as this one. So I think just the air gap and then filling in the second layer would be fine. That's what we, yeah, that's what we did. That one's full. This one's like 3 layers of glass beneath us. This one's only 2. Let's try that with this side as well. So, a bunch of items down there. This one still looks pretty good. Okay, let's try just another layer of glass right here. Is that any more saturated? It doesn't seem like it. We would have to fill in the entire layer, though. Otherwise, we're going to have weird reflections. So I guess we fill it in. That seems like the way to go. Okay, let's try that and then compare. See what's different. Yeah, it might just be the magenta, but we'll have to keep it consistent. There's a concrete missing down there. Yeah, so I don't really see any difference on the blue, but the magenta side definitely has a difference, and I like it. Although, if you look at this one, this also has more saturation to it than this one does. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Because this one only has a single layer of glass above it. Interesting. Well, let's rip out some of this glass on this side and then see if that changes it. We're still missing concrete. Yeah, so see, look, we do need that extra air gap right there. Because these all have air gaps and they're much more saturated than this one is. Interesting. Not sure why that would be the case, but we'll take it. Save ourselves some resources. Okay, well, that's pretty easy. Let's just go ahead and build up the rest of it then. So that side's done. Let's go ahead and fill this in. We gotta fix those 2 lamps over there. Not a big deal. No difference between 1 and 2 layers. I think there was, though. Let's have extra glass in them. I think there was a difference. I'm tripping. There might be. Maybe there isn't. Yeah, it's just that air gap. Okay, well. There's also the, like, factor of what does it look like this. So this one has the 2 layers. You can't really tell because of the... Yeah, just on renders. Okay, so it doesn't really matter either way. Okay, so yeah, I guess just the 1 layer then. Okay, well, that's fine then. What about foggy glass? So that requires layers. So it would be like light, air, glass, air, glass, air, glass, air, glass a bunch of times. And that does give you a little bit of a fog effect. That's pretty old tech, though. That's been around since, like, forever. So not much new there. In order to get that effect, we need to drop this down like 8 blocks. Have a very deep floor. I'm not sure if it would really look any different with ray tracing. Or what the effect there would be, if any. Yeah, we don't really need to save glass. We kind of have enough, but... It should look good either way, though. I think that's what matters. It looks good. Ray tracing, go tracing, and then it should be fine. And then we have to actually build up, like, you know, the actual storage. The thing that we're here for. This is all just making the area look a little bit better. This is all just dressing. It's not the substance. So we'll get to that momentarily. I remind you guys that once again, you're the ones that wanted lamps. So if it takes longer, well then, you only have yourself to blame. I don't know how this beacon's gonna work either, but we'll figure that out. Well, the beacon's not gonna work. Okay, well, I guess we figured it out. We've been needing to move that thing forever anyway. Are those levers powering the lamps? They do. So levers power 5 blocks. Well, technically 4. Well, no, technically 5. Yeah, so if you put down a lever, it powers this block, it powers the block behind it, it powers the block in front of it, it powers the block to all 4 sides of it, which is 7 blocks. Yeah, they're quite powerful. Very convenient. How do we do this over there? 3 layers. And then, yeah, I guess we'll just have a tiny little hole going down to the beacon. And that's all they get. That goes all over scaffolding. That was my only way out of here, by the way. I think there's still... What's down here? Is there good stuff down here? Ow. There's a mob switch down here. Forgot about that. Pretty sure there's, like, just a bunch of deep slate. Oh, it's an ender chest. I'll take that. Yoink. Not much, actually. Just a bunch of junk. Actually, I'll take the gravel. Thank you for that. There's a 5 stacks of gravel. Cool, I'll sacrifice some blocks of that. Sacrifice some diorite. Okay. Oh, great. Might need that for concrete. I have no idea where I'm at now. How do I get out? Okay, I guess that works. That's how you get out. Probably should have left a better escape strategy in there. I expected more. I expected something down there. Yeah. Glad you liked the videos, Minray. Hopefully you enjoy the stream too. I think you can thank Casper for the membership there. Doing the good work. Gifting the members. This is my home now, deal. But yeah, basically, that's how this goes. You can't place this on glass, can you? Oh, you can. Wow, okay. Learn something new every day. Brilliant. Love it. Okay, now we just gotta do the red side. The dark side. Hopefully we can put that right there. It's not gonna power any, like, weird things, is it? We're still not sure how to power this lamp, but, you know, we'll figure that out at some point. Can't on leaves? Yeah, you can't place it on leaves, which seems weird. There's a few little inconsistent things in Minecraft that just like they could tweak in an update. Like I just thought about this earlier today. Like why do signs only stack to 16? It's the only placeable block in the game that only stacks to 16, I think. Because everything else that stacks to 16 is like snowballs, ender pearls, and I think maybe the wind charges. Do those stack to 16? Those might be 64 actually. But yeah, there's very few things that actually stack to 16, and almost none of them are placeable. So I don't know. Eggs, yeah, eggs is one of them. Like I think it's the only placeable thing. I think it's just something that's really old in Minecraft that's just been around for like decades. That doesn't make any sense. I don't feel like anyone's attached to signs stacking to 16. Seems like more of an annoyance than anything. But like, do hanging signs is stacked to 16 or are those 64? I don't actually know. I don't mess with hanging signs very much. It seems like they should really stack. Yeah, honey bottles too. Mostly just like some consumables and some throwables, and that's about it. I just read a Ladrium's message in Discord. You know how some people trade for like diamonds or some people trade for like dirt? Apparently, Eladrium's trading for words of affirmation. It's just like, listen, don't question it. I'm not gonna question it. It's fine. Listen, there's a loneliness pandemic, and we gotta fix that somehow. If we can start in Minecraft. So we need to have a lever on the side of this block. It's gonna flow out. I think hopefully all those items are along the right side, and then they should be fine. They shouldn't get pulled over. Oh, they're in the middle. Oh, right, it's two water streams is why. Well, I guess we'll see if it's just a problem or not. I don't know. Hopefully it's not. Yeah, we can't put it underneath because it's like that's visible. Technically that one's also visible, but I think that's fine, right? And then oh no, you know what? We're gonna make this a waterless bubble column anyway, so it's fine. Wait, can we make it waterless? Oh, there's water at the top. It's got to push over to the side. Well, maybe not then. Need to be raised on block. No, it's visible, my guys. Visible. It's got to power this one. Same goes for that side. You know, if we made it pour out both sides, it would actually cancel out. So maybe that's fine. Maybe it's fine. And I think we just do like that. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we got to do this one. Not like that though. Oh no, guys! It washed away my glass floor. Okay. That should do it. A little bit of jank, but I think it's fine. I would like to remove this glass, though, and just have that be a waterless bubble column. I'm not sure if that's going to work, though, because like that item's got to go over to the side, right? That's going to be all streaky, I know. It's going to make the little squeak squeak sound when you're walking around. You know, and your shoes squeak. Like in a gym or something. Why does that happen? Physics. Okay, and now for the moment of truth. Whoa! That's looking pretty good. Oh, I like the red side. That beacon beam needs to be fixed, though. Where should we move the beacon to? I don't actually know how it's going to work out at all. I guess we'd have to have it go through, like, this corner right here. Is that possible? No, it's not. We're gonna have to move it to here. Either way, it's going to be missing a lamp either way, I guess. Unless we just, like, find somewhere else entirely different in the base. You know what? Just don't look down there, and you won't notice the jankiness. I think they do. Yeah, because they're like weird. Now, what? They're weird transparent blocks. Why don't they do that anymore? That's dumb. I thought they did. There's only a few blocks that do that, though. Let beacon beams go through. It's kind of very, very particular. Okay, now I do want to try something so we can figure out what we're doing with these bubble elevators in the corners. So if we have some glass blocks right here, and we treat this as our bubble elevator, and then we have more items in the very back corner of that. Can I pick those up from right here? I can. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that they would be just far enough away that I couldn't pick them up. Yeah, so even if we had items be right here. Oh, this wasn't even going to be a bubble elevator. This was just going to be straight up a item physics elevator. Yeah, so they'll be in the middle of the block. Well, no other way to fix that then, is there? Yeah, so we just pick up items. Unless we moved our elevator somewhere, but yeah, how would you get out of here if you didn't have bubbles? You gotta have bubbles! Gots to have the bubbles! Okay, well, we're like super far into the stream now. I guess we better start building a storage system. Whoops. Did I do that? Let's see. We need chests. So how are we gonna do this? Oh, that'll be convenient. 5 wide, and then maybe do like 4 tall, 3 tall. That'll be fine. Yeah, so that'd be lined up. We could even just do the middle 3s. So it'll be like 4, 8, 12 instead of 15, or sorry, instead of 20. I can do math. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the droppers, the torches, the repeaters, these dudes. We're gonna grab slabs and blocks. Wait, is that all the slabs and blocks we got? Oh yeah, well, hoppers might be important. Couple of thems. So this is going to be the very basic multi-item storage system that I released a tutorial for at some point in the past. Not entirely sure when that was, but it's on the channel and it works fine. And that's really about all there is to say about it. It's pretty small little build. We are out of hoppers though, aren't we? No, okay, we got a stack in here. Okay. Now I don't really remember how to build this. So we're gonna go hop over to the thing. We got a wardrobe change real quick as well. Let's see. Thank you very much for that. Let's see. Which skin should we do? Which one of these skins looks organized? That's a great question. We haven't worn this one in a while. It's the frog. It sticks out over the pants. That's great. That's a frog. What is it like frogs? It's a new skin in the Discord. I don't know if I trust that. It's not like carrying a bee. You stepped on a bee? Can I drag this out of Discord? Is he gonna let me? Is it a web P? It's just a link to a thing. Hold up. How do I even? Discord is dumb now. Yeah, it's a web P. Can I rename that to PNG? Is that gonna work? Hold up. And then we go to here, and then click on this guy. Or we just do this skin. No? Didn't change it? Okay. This is an actual skin that I put on. Okay, let's grab that from desktop. Hey! Yeah, see, it's got a P. Yeah, I can't just rename it to PNG. Hold up. I'm gonna have to put this into GIMP and then re-export it. Yeah, no, yeah, so even if you send it as a PNG, like trying to grab it from Discord, it won't do it. You gotta put it back into GIMP. Re-export that. Now it'll make sense. Now it'll do it. I don't know why it does that. There we go. Hey! I got 2 sets of eyes. Thanks for that, beast. Wow. Hopefully those levers aren't a problem. Might be a problem. Might be a problem. Okay, we're gonna mine this out by like 4 blocks. Also, we're gonna do things in Discord, right? Trading words of affirmation. Yes, we're gonna do a bone meal trade at some point later. I'm not sure when. Because I think Eladrian might stream tonight. I don't know when that happens. Normally they stream for a while after we raid them, so I think they stream kind of late. Or if they're gonna be on, or what the deal there is. New shulker loader. The most recent tutorial is the recent shulker loader. They're gonna be on for another 2 hours. Okay. Cool. Okay. But yeah, we got some time then. Okay, we're gonna rip out all of this. May as well just go up to the next layer. Yeah, please don't spam. Thank you. You will get the band. Spamming is the bamming. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the design here in a second. Because I need to remember how to build it. Okay, that should be enough room though. We will have to figure out how we're gonna do this. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think what we can do. No, because I'm pretty sure we need to have a dropper at this layer to elevator it upwards. I think. I'm pretty sure it goes a block beneath the chest. So we can't, like, with the, yeah. We might have to not have, dang it! Might have to not have chests on the very bottom layer. That could be fine, though. We'll find out. Okay, let's go check out the, not the marketplace. Ooh, gross, bad. Go check out the creative world. Where do you use this storage versus item filter storage? Item filters are for bulk storage, so things that you have a lot of, that you get a ton of all the time, and then this storage is for like your main storage, like all the random junk that you have. So it's gonna be like this way. Yeah, right over here. So I think it's this guy right here. It was actually just working over here earlier. So we got. This is basically the system. Yeah, see, it does go underneath the chest by a block. So this is a multi-item storage system. You put in the items at the top there. Each chest in your system needs to have 1 item in each slot. It's basically the simplest way to build a storage system, and then it just like distributes all the items. And you can have fillers in there. You just can't have a chest with nothing in it, because then everything that comes to the system is just going to get put straight into this chest. It's not going to go to any of the other ones. So if you want an empty chest or empty slots, you just put some filler items in there. Oh, am I getting pings? Who's pinging me on the Discord? No, that was a sound alert. Getting me. Yeah, so obviously I just filled in a bunch of these with like some junk. But yeah, like you can lay these out however you want. You can put shulker boxes in there, like, and then we got overflow as well. So non-stackable items will end up over here. Anything that you didn't put into your system, like assign a slot for, will end up over there. And then this is like super easy. I mean, this is like dead simple. And actually, a lot of the hoppers are locked when the system is off anyway. So, bonus points. Did I designed it that way on purpose? I don't know. I won't tell you. It's a very old tutorial. It's not that old. This is like less than 2 years. It ain't that old, Sonny. Still works. All right, these are my counting blocks from before. Guess we'll keep them. So how are we gonna get this in here with our lamps is the thing. Because we got a bunch of lamps that we need to power from right here. That could be mildly convenient. Let's put some, what do we want to do? Pie? Let's put a stack of pie in there. Now, the thing about this is that it is clicky. It does make noise. I could be fine with this flashing. 5 diamond blocks? Man, you'll be surprised. There's like 12 netherite blocks in the next one. Poke, welcome back for 10 months. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. Jeez. Almost a year. That's crazy. Yeah, so honestly, these being flashing is probably fine. And then we can actually just have levers on the back sides of, Ooh, no, we can't because that's going to lock the hoppers, isn't it? Yeah, Yeah, so we have concrete right here. Okay, there's ways to do this. Yeah, so, okay, these are in the gaps, so we can have, like, a thing here, and then we can do, like a repeater. Did that just turn something off? No, it just ran out of items. Okay, yeah, so we just do, like, a repeater right there. Or, we can just do, like, dust. So we can just do, like, this. And then it wouldn't power anything, but it would power the lamp. Yeah, so there's ways to do it. And then all of our pie should be over here. Looks like it did. Didn't go to overflow, did it? Nope. We looked in all these. These are all empty. I don't think it's going to be a full stack of pie because this does leave some items behind. So let's grab some, I don't know, let's, ladders. Probably didn't put any of those in there. So if we put some ladders in there, that's going to restart the system, and then we should see, yeah, some more pie is going to come on through this. Sounds like an indicator in a car. Yeah, it's just like a turn signal. No, so we have another block right here as well. So, like, we can't have any visible redstone in this area. Otherwise, it's going to be visible. So we'll just have it like this. Okay, that's fine. So now I need to remember how to actually build this thing, which is not super difficult. I will just open up myself another instance of Minecraft. But we have the elevators on the right, hoppers on the left, and then it's just like, whoop, 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 whoop. So the items go down, up and over, up and over. And then this dropper is not part of the elevator. That's just to save ourselves a hopper. That could actually just be replaced with like a pot or something, even. A pie left behind? No, we never leave behind no pie. For some reason, it's still running right now. Oh yeah, we still have ladders going through. It's not the fastest system, but like, it's pretty alright. Yeah, so all those ladders should have ended up, yeah, over here. We have 1 pie? I think that might happen just because it like turns off, you know. I never did that before though. Maybe something changed. Did I break anything as I was building this? As I was messing around with it? I might have messed with something. Okay. Yeah, let's go do it. Let's just do it. Okay, wait. So the droppers were on the right of the chests. All right, this is still running in my other instance. Whoops. We do not need audio coming through from that. Thank you. You had to slow down the clock on yours to not have missed items? Interesting. It shouldn't, like, have a problem with that. But, you know, I guess if you have some lag or whatever the case may be, then there is always possibility. It's not impossible, but it is slightly improbable. But then again, you know, so many people build things. Like I've said before, it's just really just a statistical likelihood that stuff will break. Stuff will break, it's just a matter of when. Wait, hold up. Actually, this is the final slice, so we don't have another elevator over here. We have an output chest. Oh, dang, these are on the wrong sides. They're on my right, not their right. My left. There we go. So we can just make it so that the output chest is in a different location. So normally it would be right here, but we can just make this one the output chest. And that would be fine as well. Because then we wouldn't have like another one going down right there. They have a different right than me. It's all a matter of perspective. That's what Einstein said. I kid, but that's kind of what he said. It's not that far off. Yeah, so this part's really easy. Like, you just put all these in there. And then that's it. And now the actual redstone behind this is the part that confuses me a little bit. But it's actually really simple, too. We're going to need more blocks, though. And I think we need quite a few repeaters for this. 60. Okay, well, I guess we have a few repeaters. Probably grab some more torches, though. Need to be able to place bundles so we can have hanging bag storage. That would be kind of neat, I guess. Kind of like with the leads. That could be kind of fun. I came up here for something. Blocks. So many blocks. Lamps. Not for lamps. Not today. Making the first chest input. No, so we're going to have another chest up above it for the input. Because that has to be up there for not only spacing, but also timing. Because you need to be able to take items out of it with a hopper. And then, you know, move them into the one beneath it. And then you have some room for redstone. Some room for the redstone. Hang from tripwire hook. Yeah, you know, there's definitely missed opportunities for tripwire hooks being used for other things. Such an old feature that doesn't get much appreciation anymore, but certainly could have some upgrades to it. You have enough redstone now? Maybe not. Well, we have like 4 stacks now. That's fine. Just defined PBR. I haven't changed anything with it. Technically, this is an outdated version. He's been releasing like 12 versions a day at this point. So I swear I get like 3 pings in there a day. It's like, so many versions. I think you're supposed to use, you're supposed to use this with Better RTX, but I haven't bothered installing that because I haven't. Okay, so the top of this, let's go get some pots as well. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we need 4. Yeah, we can replace those with pots. Is it really going to help anything with the lag situation? Probably not. Am I going to do it anyway? Probably. Turns out these are more laggy than pots because they render in a special way or something silly. Oh, you know what? We haven't looked at the floor from up here, actually. How did it break? That looks kind of neat. This is very grainy. And smudgy. Just turn it off and turn it back on again. Because my data, my ray tracing back. Get out of here. Maybe it'll work on this one. You're so shocked. This has you shocked. Shocked, I say. Oh, this one hasn't even had ray tracing turned on. This is my other instance. Where the auto is turned off. Is this one gonna work? Come on, it's even worse now. Fine, let's try this one. Here, you know, let's close them all down. Close it all down. Shut it all down. You need to log into a Microsoft account. Let's see. It's always something with this. I almost hit that show button. Has to be joining the server. Oh, now it's just on by default. I didn't even turn it on yet. That's interesting, I guess. Oh wow, that's quite something, isn't it? Yikes. Hey, this isn't so bad though. Just don't look down over the middle, and you'll be fine. Just don't look down. Why don't I make videos? I do make videos. I've made over 1,000 videos. Many videos. Many videos. Just don't look down. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine as long as you don't look down. Okay, now we can actually get into building the redstone for this. Now that we have the ray tracing working, I'll turn off the audio for the other Minecraft version that I got open. Okay, this is all pretty easy. Let's get our input chest put in first. I feel like that's a good idea. But also we need to do a little bit of an update. What's the larger undertaking? 30 layer stacked iron farm, or 24 stacked raid farm. Definitely the iron farm because there's more villagers. Raid farm's only like 2 villagers each, right? You don't have to get all those extra villagers in. You just move the 2, right? Okay, so this is our new floor. It looks amazing, but then you turn on the ray tracing and it looks even better. So we have quite a bit of darkness in here just because the light doesn't get up over that edge, and honestly, looking pretty solid. Like, it looks better than I expected, and that's just from like 1 layer of glass too, so it's not so bad actually. Just don't look at it from the layers above because, well, you get some layers fighting each other and some weird shenanigans like this happening. It changes all the light colors and it's like, it's a little bit janky. But don't worry about it. It's fine. Also, we got some daylight coming through. Through the water, even. You can see the reflections of the water. Like the ripples. That's crazy. Okay. And this is where the storage system is going. We're just going to build a super simple multi-item storage system because that's really all we need. It's really quite basic. Also, we don't have a ton of room back here because we got to power these lamps underneath it. And we got all the water streams and redstone above it. So this is kind of the most compact system we can get in here. Maybe sparse when I make them. I make like 1 to 2 videos a week. It just depends on what's happening, right? Listen, just because I used to make 5 videos a week doesn't mean that that's sustainable anymore. Because, well, it ain't. The quality bar has risen. It has arisen. Oh no, there's a water stream right there. Well, we can replace that water with like a piece of slab. Here we go. Fix that problem real quick. That's just gonna go off and get burned, I think. Or no, that'll end up in a extra chest that we have. Probably right here. Leads in there. That should pop around. Yeah, see, there it goes. And then get picked up. There it is. Boom. See, I know how this system works. Yeah, I do have a playlist on the main channel of every episode of Truly Bedrock. All my videos plus all the other members' videos. And I've done that for every season of Truly Bedrock, going back to season 0, because... well... because. Just don't question it. Something's happening. I don't think it's showed up yet. Is that Selvin? I'll make 15 videos a week. No. Please, no. Maybe shorts. Maybe. Selvin, thank you very much for the super chat, though. Do appreciate it. Hope you're doing good tonight. You've been coming in all the time with these super chats. Okay, so we're going to have a 1-tick repeater there, and that's going to unlock this hopper at just the correct timings so that it releases items properly. Now, if I knew more about redstone, there's probably a way to, like, speed up the system so that you could do faster, better, but I don't, so I can't. Like, I'm sure there's faster ways to do this. But all things considered, I think this works out pretty well. Okay. So now the main thing, this is the main, like, clock up here. We're going to have a detection circuit right here. With a little bit of an X shape in it. And this is going to read from the chest. I don't have a comparator? Well, guess we can't build the system. Yeah, I mean, I know a fair amount about redstone, but there's always still so much more to know. Like, I don't really know how all the game ticks and pending ticks and all those things work and all the exact timings and all of that stuff. I mean, there's just so much. So much to know. But I know enough to do what I gotta do to make the videos, right? Constantly learning something new here or there, too. It's kind of hard to not learn things when you're constantly doing stuff. I've learned a bunch from this base, actually. It's been very, very interesting to solve all the problems that we've come into. The main idea behind the system. So basically, it's locking and unlocking the hoppers at just the right timing so that an item will be, like, and this hopper, the one beneath it, will be locked. This hopper has enough time to realize that it's unlocked and try and put the item in the chest. And then as soon as it tries to do that, it'll either go in the chest because there's a slot available for it, or it won't and it stays in the hopper, and then it alternates. So this one will be locked, and then the one underneath it will be unlocked. So basically, every other one in the column will be locked, and then unlocked, and then locked, and then unlocked. And then the item will just go down one hopper at a time and try to get put into the chest in front of it, one chest at a time, and it just it works out fairly well. Okay, so we're gonna have some slab jams at this layer. These are gonna lock these top hoppers, which might not be necessary. I'm thinking about it. No, it's for timings. It's for timings, probably. And then we're gonna have solid blocks between these. So these solid blocks are here so that we can have the torches on them. And again, these are going to help you alternate lock and unlock your things. And then redstone dust along all of this. That redstone dust is going to run into that block, this one right here, because there's that torch on the other side. So that's what does that. The main clock for the system is down at the bottom. You can adjust it. So that's really all there is to, like, this right here. So now we just do the same thing down again. So we're going to have it at this layer, I believe, because it's just like every other block. And then these are all of these repeaters? Yeah, all of these repeaters are on 1 tick. So it's like real Real simple. Like, figuring out the timings for these multi-item sorters has always been such a big pain for me. Such a struggle. I've made a couple of these over the years, and every time just getting the exact timings down right, so it's perfect every single time, and it like never misses items on all the columns and all the chests and all the things. It's always been such a hardship on my brain. I've needed so many mental health days off after building these systems, but I get them done. The sacrifices that I make for you guys. Now at the bottom, it's a little bit different because you don't have the redstone torches. I believe it's just like this question mark. So these repeaters are. Wait, hold up, chat, hold up. I might have cooked accidentally. Did I? Yeah, no, these repeaters are supposed to be going into the dropper tower. So how did I mess that up? Because I lined them up at the top so that they would be accurate. Oh, these ones right here are just off by a block. Okay, well, I'm just stupid. That's what it is. Okay, well, that's fine. That happens. Yeah, so this is powering the droppers to activate the elevator, and then it's also powering the hoppers right next to them as well. So we're getting like some dual activations out of this one little bit of redstone, which is nice. Efficiency, right? But that does make it so it's a clicky system. You know, if you want to build a silent multi-item storage system, that gets a lot more complicated because silent item elevators, you need a lot more going into that. These ones. That one and that one. I don't think we need torches down here. We do need torches on these inside edges, which we've already got. And then we need another one on this block here. Yeah, it's got to go over, right? Right? Yeah. And then, technically, behind these ones should be some glass, so the redstone just goes down. Right, did I build this a block too low? Oh, I might have built this whole system a block. Yeah, no, I did 4 chests, not 3. Well, shoot. I think you gotta do 5 or 3. 3 or 5. Just for making a mega farm base like this. Planning. Planning goes a long, long way. Could you name the storage area the Bat Cave? This is not anything like the Bat Cave. So I feel like you shouldn't. Also, we gotta get some lamps right here. Yeah, so I guess we can remove the bottom layer of these. That would be fine. Because then it would be 3. Then we wouldn't have to rebuild it. It wouldn't be the same as this side, though. But we could get some concrete underneath that, I guess. Because I don't think we can build this as 5. Yeah, see, look, the chest is already pretty high up there. Yeah, we can't... Well, could we? No, the chest is too high up. Yeah, it'd be inside of a water stream. Yeah, I think this is fine. So we'll just have like a layer of concrete right here. Boom. Problem solved. Yeah, so this repeaters will be up by a block. Okay, so we can go ahead and wrap this up. All these ones need to be pointing to the side. And then that's still our final chest. Okay. Burn it all down. Yeah, restart the whole base. From 0. Guess I didn't need to remove those blocks. And then this will make the powering of the lamps a lot easier too. We're not going to have like the indicator lamps, but oh, don't worry. We'll hear the system. Yeah, we'll definitely hear the system. Am I out of levers? Wow, we used all the levers that we had. Why is YouTube chat so nice is disconcerting? Well, you see, we haven't trained them properly to be mean to me. That's where the issues are coming from. So is the flour bone meal farm fully working? It is. We still have the bone meal supply for it right now because we need to backlog the entire system. But we're going to work on that later as well. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go trade a bunch of bone meal. Yeah, so these ones need to be glass because redstone doesn't go down slabs because reasons. I know it's convenient sometimes, but not right this second. Okay, and now we just need to install the main clock. So that's all that done. Really, really simple redstone. It's not like I'm following the tutorial though, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Just kind of looking at the redstone world over here. Now on the side of this, we do need to add a little bit to the end. We need to add one more section over here just to, I don't think we actually need those there. Yeah, so typically, maybe, yeah, I might have messed that up in the tutorial. Well, not that it really messes anything up, it's just unnecessary. So in the tutorial, at least on the one in the redstone world, I have another repeater going into this block to lock this hopper. So that's not really necessary, is it? Because we have this guy right here. But we are going to add a couple of torches here on both sides. Those are actually important. It's just those extra repeaters weren't technically necessary. I don't know if that was in the tutorial, though. I haven't looked at that video in a while. If you want a non-stackable item sorter, you got to use a lathe. Simple answer there. Of which I have a video for as well. Okay, so now... Yeah, it looks like it's all good to go. Okay. Now at the bottom of this guy... Okay. Dude right there. Bottom of this, we need... a little bit of a redstone clock. Bear with me as I use my creative world as a cheat sheet. Pretty sure it's just like this. And then we gotta have like a glass block right here. And then that powers that. Okay, and then we'll break this out, make sure the redstone reaches all the way down. Looks like it does. It's activating that repeater too. Okay, cool. System should be perfectly fine. This is, what, 5 chests wide? How big is the one in the test world? 5 chests wide. Wow, brilliant. Okay, so we basically just rebuilt the one that we had already. Perfect, so not even a problem. Now, if we really wanted to, we could actually lower it down. I think it would be fairly easy to lower it, right? Because then we would have the chests be at this layer, and then there would just be like 3. That would also lower down our input chest. Technically, this is working right now, though. We should have maybe thought about that earlier. Because originally we had like the 4, but this system is a pronunciation. This system is an odd number always. So it's either 3 chests or 5 or 7 or 9. I think we could do it. Yeah, so if you watch through the series, you can see a lot of the planning of the aspects of how everything's going to work, where the layout of things are going to be going. I tried to lay it out fairly well in the videos, like what the planning process was. It's just kind of, it takes a long time, you know. It takes a very long time. Okay, should we try it? I think we should try it. It's like that side doesn't have, yeah, it makes sense. Okay. We're gonna build it twice. Can I jump through here? I can't. Can't. Should have been able to. Oh, I guess the repeaters are a little bit tall. It's not quite a block and a half space, is it? Yeah. And, you know what? Interesting. Oh, no, yeah, okay. I was thinking we could just move this hopper to the side, but no, it needs to face into that chest. So we're gonna have a hopper here on all these, and that's gonna take the items to the next elevator. Except for the last one, which doesn't need it. Claustrophobia in Minecraft. A little bit. That's kind of how a lot of redstone goes, though, isn't it? It's not that wrong. So we're not locking that bottom hopper. I think we will. I think we will have to move down the redstone if we want to do that. Dang, I was trying to avoid that. Gotta build it at least 3 times. I mean, I'm trying to avoid repetition, you know, all the time. But I guess we should have realized at the beginning. Should have realized. Okay, well. Dang it. It's a super easy build. We can get it done quickly. At least I know how to build it now. I do know how to build it now, so not a problem. Look at this. We can get this done. We can get this done. Rip out of the blocks that I mined out, then place back. Twice. Rookie numbers. Listen, all the good Minecrafters build their bases like 4 times, okay? You really gotta make sure that you know what you want. If you don't enjoy building it 4 times, then are you even playing? I mean, come on. Come on. Also, I guess building this from the bottom up would be a little bit easier anyway. What, you've never seen someone rebuild their base 4 times just for the fun of it? Oh, maybe we should blow up the base and rebuild it just because we feel like it. I think that's a swell idea. So swell that I said the word swell. Okay, this is going to lower our input chest as well, so that'll be nice. And then our water stream won't be as janky up there either. So there's some bonuses to doing this. It's just that, you know, rebuilding things seems to be my curse. Are we in the 1960s? We might be. I've traveled you back in time to a slightly... I was gonna say better, but I was like, meh. Better if like the little handshake where it's like, meh. A different time. How about that? Did I pick up all the spots? Yeah, I guess all these are locked. Okay, so these are gonna be. The very top ones are powering hoppers. Went down somewhere. Yeah, so this is where we put in the pots. I like that. Okay, and now we can move our input chest down by a block as well. You know what? That's actually a little bit wrong, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna have this block over by block. Because that's gonna have redstone on it, and then that's gonna be like that, and that's gonna be like that. Okay, we're getting there. And now, break this out. Break it down. Yeah, just having the one tool in the hotbar actually is not that bad. We've been doing that all stream. Or most of the stream, anyway. And it's actually been pretty fine by me. Sometimes you gotta switch out your axe, but, like, it's not so bad. We can accept that. I might move to a one-tool hotbar lifestyle. Just pickaxe. I used to have sword, pickaxe, axe, shovel on the hotbar at all times, and I've been going the nomad lifestyle, where it's just like, I'm just removing tools. Used to carry around the fortune pickaxe all the time, but like, what's the point? What's the point? You built an ice farm this week and you're already thinking about moving it. Well, see, now you're learning from the best. You're learning from the best. I'm having a good influence on you, where you're learning how to rebuild things. My job here is done. Haha! I've taught you well, young Padawans. See, did we install all these torches? We should have like 2 layers, right? Yeah, just the 2. Oh, right, and then we gotta do the little bit of stuff down here. Power these individual ones. Yeah, so when the clock is actually running, these ones will blink, which I think is kind of a cool feature, actually. Not too bad. Service, we start in 5 minutes. Okay, geez, we gotta go. We gotta go do the things. So we're going to install just a little bit of extra redstone and stuff. This is going to power like that. I think we might have to have 2 repeaters right here, actually. Just to power both of those. Well, no, we could do just repeater in one. Okay, there we go. Saving redstone. So that one's going to get powered now by the other repeater, and then we just got to go do every other one. So these ones in here. And for these ones, I'm thinking we can just do repeater dust. That should be totally fine. It's a little bit jank, but you know what? It's actually not that bad. We can't put the repeater in there because that's going to lock that guy. There's no way to get like a torch underneath there. It's really the only invisible way to power those lamps. Can you place the block? Thank you. And then break the torch for good measure. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, nice, look at that. And then if we put some items in here, that should blink those middle ones. Or not, because the system doesn't work. Oh, because we don't have the... There we go. System works, never mind. Yeah, so look at that. Oh yeah, they blink. Brilliant. And then all those should be going into here. We shouldn't have any ending up in any of these. And then if we take some of these, fill that in real quick. Now they should all go down to second. And then I don't have anything else that I can, like... Guess we'll just fill this in. Put in some granite. And now those ones should go down to third. Nice. And none of them should be coming up over here. Nice. Okay, and now let's go ahead and fill in this. And we'll see if our elevator works. Put in some more granite. And then they should go up to here. I need an indicator light because it wasn't loud enough. Yeah, exactly. Precisely. See, you get it. You're learning the ways of the redstone. Very nice. Glad you're learning something from the stream. See, I really am teaching you all so well, aren't I? It's like I'm teaching you what not to do. That's my goal here. Teaching you how not to build a base. Let's go ahead and throw... Oh, I have one extra lever. Wow. Unplayable. Yeah, so now I can have just like this very tight, compact inventory over here. Just like a couple extra tools. You know what? We could even move it up like this. Ooh, like this. I'm so used to having wood in this slot, though. I've had wood in this slot of my inventory, like logs there, for years. Like, I think my inventory layout has been like that for literally years. So if I grab my sword and stuff, this has been my inventory layout since forever. Like, rockets don't really count, but like something like this has just been my inventory layout. I show an iron farm. I have a couple iron farm tutorials on the channel. They all work perfectly fine. Or the alternative way is this right here. That also works. But now, like, we can get rid of the fortune. We don't need that. You don't need a sword. Literally no reason for that. So I kind of moved down to, like, this layout. And now, if we don't need the tools in the hotbar, like... This is perfect. Literally perfection. Maybe even this. If you might want the axe on the hotbar. I don't know. If the axe is on the hotbar, then it's gonna get a little bit wonky in here. It's gonna be like this maybe. This I feel like that's pretty acceptable. Because then you could like swap out the axe for the shovel fairly quickly. Yeah, you definitely don't need sword or pick. It's just like they're kind of useless. I might not make a sword next season. Minecraft didn't like that. Minecraft did not like that. I guess I'll build a sword next season. Jeez. Does Portal Iron Farm still work? It does. It's not really, like, necessary, though. It gives you, like, a slight boost in rates in theory, but, like, yeah. Lack of leverage. I like it. Did you redeem it? You did redeem it. Bow's the strat, though. I haven't used a bow this entire season, to be completely real with you. Yeah, I've not used a bow. I've no reason to. A bow is nice. I do like having a bow, but I've not had a reason for one. I don't even... Do I even have a bow? Hold up, do I have a bow? It's not gonna be in these boxes. Box of use? Surely I have a bow somewhere, right? I mean, maybe back at the chunk base. I've got a lot of blocks in here. Yeah, maybe back at chunk base or something. I think that's probably the only place I have one. Because I think I made one. You know, we had all those fishing farm bows. Those are pretty... Bowie? I don't know. Okay, so now we gotta, like, box this in. It is actually lined up in the middle of the room, so we'll go ahead and wrap this up real quick. And then we gotta go do some trades with a wage realm. And it'll be great. So, oh yeah, no, wait. We need to make this consistent with the rest of the room. Hold up. The rest of the room is not consistent. Okay, well. So much for that idea. Jeez. Cover that in. Oh, right. You know, we're supposed to put some blackstone, like, stairs around all these chests. So you can't see the gaps around them. Yeah, like these little gaps right here. We gotta fix that at some point. We'll need a bunch of blackstone. Really, the only consistent thing is that we have, like, a block down here in the corner. Alright, it's a too wide middle, so we can't really do too much there. Well, I guess it's really just up to us, isn't it? We could bump this out. We're gonna do the blackstone thing to, like, hide the gaps in there. So we can bump it out like this. I suppose? And then we could have, like, a light bar right there. It's a bunch of lamps. We do need, like, this to be popped out, so maybe we'll do that on both sides. Keep it somewhat symmetrical. Yeah, that's our input chest, though. Kind of annoying to have it all the way up there. I don't think there's really another way we can have it, though. Consistencies for losers. Well, not on YouTube. You gotta have that consistency on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, how's the most recent short doing today? On TikTok, that has... Yeah, I went to TikTok first. 5,000 views? Wow, that's not very good. Last one got 700,000. Channel's dead. Give up. Go retire. Let's see. Where's my other thing at? We're gonna check some analytics in the middle of the stream. While I think about how to decorate this. 9 out of 10 on YouTube. It has 7,000 likes. Or 7,000 views. I thought that would be more of an interesting short. Because they're changing how capes work in general. So, like, the 3 exclusive capes that we have in Minecraft now are... Or at least, we had 3 exclusive capes on Bedrock. There was the Founder's Cape, there's the Pride Cape, and there was the Pan Cape. Those are the only 3 capes that were only on Bedrock Edition. That you could not get on Java. Because, like, all of these ones right here, these are all on Java Edition as well. So they just added the Founders and the Pan Cape to Java today. And let me check my launcher. I don't think they've added the Pride Cape, which seems like an interesting choice. I don't know why they would add 2, but not the 3rd one. Now, we don't know if this is a two-way street, so we don't know if they're going to add the Migrator Cape to Bedrock Edition, which is one of the major ones that most people in Java have. They could add that to Bedrock. That seems fine. And then there's also, like, all of these other capes. These are all the super old Minecon capes. So you got your Minecon 2011, 2012, 2013, 2015, 2016. All these capes are on Java Edition, but they haven't really ported them to Bedrock. Now, there's a little skin pack, the Minecon 2016 skin pack. That is down. I had it somewhere. It's around. Oh, there's also the 4th birthday. These ones have capes on them? No, these ones don't have capes on them. One of these ones has capes on them. So these ones, no. These all just have my cape on it. Well, one of them, it's around here. I have it. I know I got it. Because I've had it since 2016 when I watched Minecon. But that one has, like, a couple of the capes in it. But not all of them, of course. So let me check my Java. They have not added the Pride Cape. So I have 15 capes on Java right now. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I have 15 capes on Java. And then 6, 12, 13, 15 capes on Bone Meal, on Bedrock. So, strange. Strange indeed. They have the common cape as well. Cape inflation is going crazy. They're doing a lot of things with capes. Probably one of my favorites is Founders, and now this is on Java. I don't remember why they added this to Bedrock. I always forget with this one. But Pancape, I think you can still get this one. Originally, you got this for joining the beta, but yeah, I don't know how you get it anymore, or if you can, or what's up with it. I don't think Silent 2 has founders. I think we've looked at that before. I think he's missing founders, but he's got like 12 other caves, so I think he's fine. Should we just do something like this? Boom! Solved it. It looks kind of like a mean little helmet now. Look at that. Put some lights up in the corners. Look kind of evil. Java getting something Bedrock saying? Yeah, well, sometimes that do be how it is. Not very often, though. Like, really, the only big thing that's been like that recently is the inner chunk loaders. We need to replace these little bits of glass right here. Yeah, that's the, like, only big thing recently that Java's gotten that we haven't. And then, yeah, other than that, like, most everything is in parity, which is great. Everyone, like, anytime I show a new feature, there's always, like, a bunch of comments like, oh, 800 years till we get this on Bedrock Edition. It's like, nah, not really. Not anymore. They don't do that anymore. And then, you know, occasionally Java will get something nice from Bedrock. Occasionally we'll get something from Java. You know, parity's a hard-fought battle, especially when they're continuously updating the game. There's always something, right? Offhand, that's really just a technical issue of, like, Pocket Edition. That's really the reason why we don't have it, right? Yep, I'm gonna throw Pocket Edition under the bus, because that's exactly where it belongs. No, because that's the exact reason. The devs have said it themselves. That's the reason why we don't have it. So we confirmed that this is all working right. Cool, good. And there's not much else to say about that. I think there was, yeah, so there was an extra, like, item in the hoppers back there, I believe. That's all good, though. So let's go ahead and see if we can trade ourselves some bone meal, shall we? We're gonna name that lever. Been flying out of here recently. That's actually been working out pretty well. You want Ender Dragon throwing people in the sky on Bedrock? Yeah, that's actually a fun feature. I never really realized that it wasn't on Bedrock, but yeah, now that you say it, I don't think I've ever seen it happen. Pretty sure that's just a Java thing. It was on console edition, though. I know I've been thrown on console. It's so fun. You get thrown up in the air, and you're like, oh god, no, jeez, oh jeez. And then you don't die because you water bucket clutch like a pro, or you just like Ender Pearl. Or you do die because it's fun. Just is what it is, right? So, naming the lever. Yeah, fun feature right there, actually. That'd be a good addition to the dragon fight. You guys need to name more items, by the way. How do you make these? Oh, it's just, wait, no, how do you make a regular candle? Okay, it's just that and that. Okay, we'll go make a candle real quick. Because I gotta name an item for that. There's blaze powder in there. Guess we need to grow ourselves some bees real quick. We're gonna try and get ourselves like 400 bees. Oh, those all have bees in them. I see. Well, obviously we need more bees. More beehives. Let's go ahead and make a candle. Just the one. And then we'll make it light blue because we're nice like that. And then we're going to name that Light My Candle, which is a reference to something. Probably. I don't know how many bees we need. How many bees do we need, guys? Tell me. Tell me how many bees we need. Is enough bees? Might not be enough bees. Voxatron, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for informing us that you have indeed farted. Very nice. Appreciate it. Did you hear that, everybody? Very important knowledge. We know who dealt it. None of us have smelt it, though. That's just not how... We don't have the smell-o-vision yet. Maybe one day. Hopefully not, actually. That sounds like a bad idea. Did you want the period on the end of it? Because that was included in your message. So I guess you did, Diagonal. Too late now. A million bees. That might be too many. That's like 333,333 beehives. 334, actually. So you need the extra one. Might be too many beehives. I am going to, unfortunately, have to veto that idea. We need shulker boxes. We need a lot of shulker boxes. Gaming with Goose! Welcome in. Smell from here. Are you in the same room? Okay. Let's turn on our fancy graphics real quick. Because for some reason it takes you from ray tracing straight to simple. I don't understand it. So we've had a deal come in where we can trade ourselves a whole bunch of this dirt right here for bone meal. And that's great because we just need all of the bone meal we can get to supply up the flower farm over there. We got to backlog all those hoppers, of course. These happen to be the only shulker boxes to my name. So we're gonna have to do a few trips, actually. And this is very convenient because I want to get rid of all these chests anyway. So someone taking all this dirt off my hands, honestly, super helpful. I broke 2 double chests too many. I broke 4 double chests, not 2. That's right. Not bad. I knew that. I knew that. I have more chests over there to build a storage system with, so that'd be cool. And let's just take, like, the rest of this as well. That's not 9. That's like 18. Let's just call that 18 stacks. Because it is 18 stacks? Okay. Great. Cool. And then we got to go to negative 1,300 by... Well, negative 1,400 by 1,400. Okay. Negative, positive. Negative, positive. Okay. Negative 1,400 by 40. Okay, this way. Gonna go on a little flight. 1 billion bees. Okay, that's pretty good. You win the chat tonight. Nobody else came up with that? You guys let me down out here, man. 1 billion bees. It's pretty good. You know, I don't think I've ever flown off this way. Maybe for, is this south? This is south. I think I've flown over here for the end portal a couple times. And then is the Yara's, like, crop field over here? This looks kind of like that area. Oh, yeah, here it is. This is new. This wasn't here last time I was here. Oh, they removed all the water sources. Oh, they're undoing the crop field. For shame. They're still 1,000 blocks away, by the way. Kind of overshot it on that way. You guys have any realms? We have some fan servers. You can learn about that on the website, silentwhisper.com/fan servers. Got a whole bunch. Oh, I should probably tell them I'm on my way. Be afraid. Be very, very afraid. We're like 200 blocks out. Oh, is this their moss farm? Looks like this probably is. Oh, this is my moss farm. Wait, is it? No. It looks very similar. Hold up. No, this is different. No, something's wrong. Something's very wrong. No, okay, it is different. Lag machine is what it is. Hmm. Yes, well, they got the same kind of stone gens. Yeah, these are the stone gens. And then they added more stone gens? More? I guess you don't need a piston in the middle block, because that never converts. And then what are they doing for item collection? They using hopper minecarts over here? What's happening for the item collection? Obviously some water streams. They're using a pickle? I didn't think that worked. You guys told me that didn't work on Bedrock Edition. How are they collecting the items? Because there's just so many items that you get from these. I use hopper minecarts. What are they doing? Are they flushing? They're flushing. They're flushing it, aren't they? Yeah, they're flushing it. That will affect your rates a little bit. This is a lot. A lot of redstone right here. What is this doing? Bone meal? Bone meal again? Oh, I'm stuck in their water streams now. Let's throw that over there. See, what do we got? This is combining the streams. More and more. Item filters for bone meal. That's, okay, so that's okay. This is all bone meal storage, auto-crafting it down into bone blocks, and then we got storage for days? Understand? Okay, fair enough. I understand the whole system now. Okay, and then we got like an AFK room. Okay. Oh, hi. Elytrium's skin isn't working. I did not notice that they were here. I'm just like digging into their farm. That's great. All my trust in chat. Dashed. Yes, okay. Hello there.
Hello there. How are you?
Doing fine, doing fine. I didn't see you there. I did not look at the farm. I promise.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We were just saying the inspector has arrived.
Yeah. I noticed, I remember these stone generators from somewhere.
Yeah. Well, hey, I've been totally candid in my video when I made this 3 years ago that I stole those stone generators from you. I was
well,
totally
that's fine,
about
because I didn't design the stone generator, so it's fine. I've just been using them.
I know. Yeah, we're all stealing them from someone. We just don't remember who.
Yeah, well, I showed those off in like a video like 4 or 5 years ago. It's just like I've just been reusing them since because they're really good stone generators. They just work.
They are. They're very reliable, except for all the people who work on like a mobile device who they don't work on. Because
and then they get random pieces of cobblestone. I'm like, well, I can't help you. That's just lag, my guys.
Yeah, that's just how it is. That's just how it is.
Let's just get better. Just don't have a skill issue. No.
Yeah. I don't think we can tell that to people.
No, we can't tell that.
Yeah. So I have over here for you, just about 5 shulkers worth of bone blocks that you can use to kickstart any of your farms.
Okay, they're gonna be producing flowers. So many flowers.
Good. Yeah. Good. I love it. And then you're gonna burn the flowers, right?
Well, I'm gonna compost the flowers into more bone meal. See, so it's a bone meal farm, but I need quite a bit of bone meal to kickstart it because I gotta fill up all the hoppers and the droppers and the shenanigans.
Yeah, of course.
So
all right,
I don't know how much dirt you
price.
Want. What? Oh,
no,
right.
no.
Oh, you didn't want dirt?
No. I'm not doing dirt. I don't want dirt.
You don't want dirt?
Materials. I'm no longer trading in materials on this server. Diamonds, useless. Dirt, useless.
I brought a full inventory of dirt, my guy. This is.
No, that's someone else in the server that's trading for dirt. I have named my price.
Okay.
I have named my price.
You're gonna make me demean myself in front of chat.
I'm not making you demean yourself. I'm just having you get fish compliments. That's all. That's all.
Are you lonely? Do you need a hug?
Not on stream silent. Jeez.
Okay. Afterwards. Well, the arrangement was that I have to compliment your farm in order to get the bone meal.
Yes, that was the arrangement.
I don't know if I can do it.
Okay, well, I'll just take this bone meal. I'm sure that you can find another source on the server that can give it to you in some decent amount of time. I'm sure you can.
Yeah, well, I do kind of need the bone meal right now. Also, I think you have some dirt of mine.
I do have a lot of dirt here. I'll give that back to you there.
Yeah, I ran out of shulker boxes. Well, it is actually a very nice farm. I do like it. I originally like pulled up on it. I was like, this is mine. I thought you were joking with me, but no, you actually changed it. It's good. You added another stone generator to it. Like another
Yeah,
triple
it's
one?
got 2 stone generators, so it
Yeah.
does like 9,000 to 11,000 depending upon how lucky you are of just bone
Yeah.
meal.
Nice.
It's very, very convenient.
Yeah, and then you got
I
a
think
pale
on a
moss
server you can get
horn.
away with actually 4 of them.
You might be able to. You're using the flushing as well, which I
Yes.
didn't do for mine. I did hopper mine cards. So you gotta pause it
Yeah.
every. How often are you pausing it to
It
flush?
is. That's a fantastic question. It's whatever this. There's a hopper clock down here. I
Okay.
think it's got like 5 stacks of items in it. Yeah, like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just got
Oh, okay, quite a few then. So it's like
quite a
every
few.
couple minutes.
5
Probably.
minutes or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get the fancy hopper clock too, the El Mango one. Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah. No one does these anymore, right?
No, no one does
This is
these.
old school.
Yeah. I don't know how they work. That's why I never use them.
Oh well, they're just magic. Comparator
Yeah,
magic is how
exactly.
they
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Does anyone
Yeah.
know how comparators work? No, they just work.
Yeah, that's why I haven't made my series on how to learn redstone. I'm like stuck on the comparator video. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get a circular water stream to compost everything. Have you seen my compost power tower?
I would love to, because I
Well,
haven't actually
okay.
been over to your base in a while. I would love
Yeah,
to, actually.
we should go do that. We should go do that. Because then you'll see what all this bone meal is going to go towards. Also, you're going to have to take some dirt.
Okay, fine.
I need to pick up these shulkers.
That's not a problem.
Thank you very much. I don't know which ones are dirt or which ones are bone meal, so the farm might just be running on dirt for a while.
That's fine.
Also, do you have another portal?
Yes, I do. You can come down here.
Jeb!
I didn't for a long time, but I do now.
Fair enough. Compost cube. Yeah, chat loves the compost cube.
I love compost cubes. I don't even know what it is, and I love it.
Exactly. It's just one of those things that you inherently like. I still have not loaded into the nether.
I haven't either. That's why I fly everywhere on the server.
Yeah, honestly.
The nether just takes so long to load
It does.
sometimes.
They fixed it so that it was like instant, and now it's broken again. I don't know what they did.
And I bet they did this because
there we go.
so that you don't like die when you spawn right away.
Well, there's a pig ghast right there.
Well, that's lovely. We'll just ignore him for now.
We'll just-
We can go
yeah,
down
we'll
here,
just
and
ignore
this is the way to the tunnel.
Might need to build yourself another tunnel, my dude.
Well, hey, listen. I'm working on it.
Well, you're gonna be really jealous of my nether tunnel. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, listen. I spent so much time building all the nether tunnels that connect people.
Oh, okay,
I think
fair
I'm
enough.
good. I was good.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
well,
this is your lovely tunnel.
Yeah,
You
this is
did
my
great.
this is my amazing nether tunnel as well. Yeah, I decided that I don't really care about nether tunnels anymore, actually. Because why bother, right?
Right. No one ever sees it but you.
Yeah, and like I just fly past it for like 5 seconds anyway, so like why bother? So this is my very gray base. It's extremely
Nice.
gray.
Hey, quick question.
Yes.
Quick question. Are you taking care of the twins?
Yeah, they're around. Somewhere.
They're around.
Yeah, watch out. They might jump you. But yeah,
Jump ya?
they're over here in the corner. Cause yeah, you guys just delivered these for no reason. They're just chilling over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought you'd like them. Oh, you even
Yeah.
gave them a friend.
Yeah,
I'm
well
sure
he just
they're
popped in
thrilled.
there. Yeah, no, you can look at him. Yeah, he's fine.
Great. Lovely.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good pal. So where are we going? We're going over here.
Compass Tower of Power.
Yeah, so we got the flower power tower, and that's this dude. Ignore the decoration of like all this stuff. It's very temporary. But this is like 1.2 million flowers an hour.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like 6 layers, and each one produces like 200k. So that's why I need a lot of bone meal for that.
And what is the output?
Flowers, all of them.
No, like bone meal output when you compost them all back down.
I haven't done the math for that.
Okay.
Yeah, so at 600,000 items, well, I guess, yeah, so at 600,000 items an hour, it was like 50,000 bone meal, but 40,000 of that goes back into the farm. And then I guess it produces 20,000 bone meal an hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then this is the compost tower. Compost cube.
Nice.
So,
and you just have a water stream that sends everything over here?
Yeah, so it's just all water streams, barely any hoppers. This is my entire hopper allotment for the entire base, though. This has 2 hoppers per composter. which is silly. But this is cycling all the items through, so they go up and then they fall down and they fall down again. If they make it through that, then they just cycle back through. Because I didn't know what to do with them at that point, so I just recycled them.
Don't you wish that there was something better that you could do without using hoppers to compost items? Like, I wish that you could just drop a bunch of items on top of a composter, and it would just
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. Or if you could like load composters from like the sides, even that would be great too. That would speed them up a lot.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. So we can turn this on a little bit. I need to dump the inventory. Let's see, dirt, dirt, dirt.
Yeah, load it up with dirt.
Yeah. Put some dirt over here. What's in this one? More bone blocks? Did I put that there? I must have.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody's keeping track. I don't know if this is too much bone meal or not. So if we drop some of this, let's get this down here. I'm gonna make it so that all the extra compostable things in the base go into here as well. So like any extra sugarcane or something, mountain pumpkin farm, all that'll go in.
But now you just need to get yourself one of those crafters that auto break them for you.
Yeah, that could be convenient. So I think that's too many stacks. I probably overflowed it. But if we drop down this hole right here, yeah, I definitely overflowed.
Oh, is that safe?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so each one of these is going to an item distributor, and I definitely overcrafted. But that's gonna split the items evenly between the two sides.
Mm-hmm.
So half of them go left, half of them go right, and then that sends it to either side of the tower. Because each layer of that tower uses over 9,000 bone meal an hour, so you need 2 item inputs.
Nice.
So that's quite a bit. I can actually just dump this all straight into the chests.
All the beautiful ticking redstone.
Yeah, it's not laggy at all. Don't worry about it. It's not like
I've never been kicked from the server while you're running a farm ever. That's never happened.
I get kicked all the time for no reason. It's not because of the farms. It's because Bedrock Edition.
It's because Bedrock. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new thing. That didn't really used to happen. But anyway, so we have just an absolute mess of water streams down here. We can run the farm for a second. The top couple layers will have bone meal. The other 4 won't though. You can fly out this corner. I'm not big on traversal around the base, so you know it's not very easy.
Convenience.
To get anywhere. Yeah.
It's optional.
Yeah, I don't put scaffolding anywhere for a reason. But if we turn this on, you'll see quite the flow of flowers.
I just gave up on scaffolding.
I was thinking about getting into it because I've been really annoyed by flying everywhere. Oh yeah, so you can feel the lag from that, obviously.
Oh, I can feel it right away.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah, that's mostly just because the shifting blocks, though. It's not so bad if you don't look at it.
The entities really aren't bad. Bedrock can handle entities so well. It's when blocks move that's weird.
Yeah, it's a lot of blocks, and these are moving on a 1-tick repeater clock as well. So this will flush in a second. And then you'll see the top 2 layers are only producing right now. So whatever you see come out of here, just imagine that times 3.
Sure. Nice.
Yep, and then if we stand over here, you'll see all those flowers come up in a moment. It doesn't look like much at first. It's just like, oh, wow, 1 flower. Not even that. There we go.
And then they all get spit out. There you go.
Yeah, and they only bounce once, so it's not like they're coming up multiple times. But yeah, then you can follow the whole stream. They go over, and then they bounce up again. And now's where you turn up your game sounds.
Where it just, you hear the crunching.
Yeah, the crunch.
Oop. I'm horrible at flying. I genuinely am. Here we go. Ah, yes. It's my favorite sound in Bedrock.
It's so good.
The sound of bone meal being made.
Yeah, so those drop down to the 2nd layer even. So that was only from 2 layers running, and it already filled up this entire top. And each one of these is only holding... Did you fill up the hoppers in your system with 4 extra?
No. No, okay. All my hoppers are open.
So they just get filled up with 5. Okay. Yeah, I did that so that... Because, you know, they can only compost from the first slot anyway.
Yeah. But it gets the items out of the world. Yeah. If they're sucked up, so that you don't have the entity lag. So
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit of value.
Yeah, it doesn't really increase your speed at any rate, though. So yeah, it's gonna be composting for quite a while after you turn it off, right? And then
well, yeah, at 5 minutes though, by the time it's done composting, it flushes again. So
oh well,
get
yeah,
the timings right.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, I guess you have so many entities laying around because you're not flushing that often. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so then all the bone meal goes back, and then it just gets redistributed again, and then that's it.
Nice.
I might have to do a quad split instead of a double split, because mostly the top 3 floors steal all the bone meal, but we might need layers 4, 5, and 6 to have their own distribution system. So that dual splitter might need to become a quad splitter.
I was trying to say is it bone meal positive when you fill up all the layers, or does it if you're using splitting?
It's always bone meal positive, but supplying all the layers is the problem because the top 2 just suck up all the items, right? Because there's like so many hoppers and things that need to be filled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, item distribution isn't like ideal for this, but they just kind of zigzag down. Yeah, see, this one's actually getting filled up already. So it has to fill up like 2 more hoppers, and then they'll start moving down to the bottom layer more consistently.
You know, it'd help if you didn't have redstone torches and stone in your hoppers too.
Well, probably. Well, you know, those are actually filling up slots. Those are helping me out. Those are saving me bone meal.
Right.
You know what? Now that I think about it, these back 4 slots in the hoppers never have items move through them. So I might actually be able to get away with filling those in with non-stackable items or something.
Yeah. Or just something other than bone meal, because at least that would push items to the lower levels faster.
Yeah, because it's always moving from the first slot first. So as long as I never let it run out of bone meal, it would actually be... Do you accept refunds?
No. Yeah, you can't take this back. I'm recording.
Yeah. Well, dang it. I guess you'll just have to... you'll just have to keep my compliments then.
I'll keep your compliments and I'll make a thumbnail out of it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, make sure to use this skin for your thumbnail. Throwing
Perfect.
a bee.
Perfect. Everyone knows who that is. Everyone knows who that is.
Yeah, right? I'm the bee whisperer. Nice.
Be serious, will you?
I will. Be grateful. I don't know.
I am grateful. Thank you.
It's great. So am I. This is a great amount of bone meal. Yeah, I'm probably going to build more bone meal farms over here. Like, I have plans for a moss farm and a melon pumpkin farm and send all that stuff to the compost power tower. But, you know, I just need a little bit of bone meal. Small amount of bone meal.
Small little bit to kickstart the operation.
Yeah, small investment of $1 million.
Hey, listen, I'm happy to fund Silent Whisper for a day. Okay.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
fine.
Yeah. The whole channel runs off of 1 million bone meal a day. That's the secret to success. Just bone meal it.
Hey, listen, it's the first farm I made. It's my most popular farm. I totally believe it. I totally believe it.
Yeah, the first farm is always a special one, ain't it?
It is. It is. All right. Well, enjoy your bone meal. Just remember, if you need more when you run out,
to go use your
probably
farm.
Produce it faster than you. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Great. We'll see about that. Okay. Jeez.
All right. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, bye.
Jeez, this guy, this dude. But yeah, that's actually really helpful. Let's take a shulker of this down. We'll distribute that through a bunch of the chests, and then it'll be fine. It's gonna be a lot better than dropping it into the stream. Oh, not those ones. But yeah, I think we might be able to get away with filling in those hoppers with some non-bone meal items, actually. Now that I think about it, as long as we never let them actually ever run out of bone meal, I think we might be fine. Like, is that a stupid idea? It's something we could try, at least. I think guaranteed for the first 2 layers, it would work. And then we have so much bone meal now that I think we could just make it work forever. I don't know. Hopefully, it could work. It could work. There's a small chance that it could work. Also, these are getting pulled out at 2 times speed, so we gotta go faster. take all that bone meal out of the system and never need to run that farm. Listen, that's technically correct. Yeah, we could just... Shut up. You make a good point. Now get out of here. That is also perfectly reasonable. How dare you? Okay, these should all be distributing still. Okay. So now that we put some actual bone meal into it, this is what it looks like when it's actually fully distributing to both sides. Honestly, I kind of like this. I don't know what hopper speed that is, but it should be about 15 times hopper speed, actually. Now that I think about it for half a second. So yeah, all those items go up and they get distributed. We shouldn't see any come around to the very bottom over here. If they did, they would end up in this chest. So we're just going to put a bunch of bone meal into the system and see what happens. But 3 billion bone meal isn't infinite bone meal. I mean, infinite doesn't exist. It's a figment of your imagination. Don't worry about it. Yeah, every time we go in there, we pick up like 19 bone meal. So that's actually really good. I am curious to see just how far these item trains are making it now. They're making it past layer 4. So that's good. Yeah, see, these are not filling in, but they're making it past. Oh wow, okay. It might actually make it all the way down to layer 5 with this. If we can keep this going. Keep it going for a minute. We have so many more bone blocks. Yeah, that's very helpful. I wonder how long he ran that farm for. To get all these, you know? Because he said 20,000 bone meal an hour. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's profit, though. Is that profit? It must be. He's got 2 of them. So each one probably produces about 10. I don't know the rates of mine. It should be about the same? Question mark? Should definitely be a good amount of LBO. Oh yeah, look at that. Someone's actually coming down. Oh, but it's not it's not going to the output like it should. Of course not. Why would it? Why would it do that? Jeez. Frog Hollow, welcome in. Okay, we're gonna have to change up this little bit of the stream right here. We need there to be like 2 buttons and then water. Do I have a bucket? I do have a bucket. Look at this. Okay, some items are coming around from the second item output. We don't have any ice with us right now, so bear with me. But that actually still technically works. Okay, well, I think we've over-distributed. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, so we'll come down here and add in a couple pieces of ice. Jeez, there is actually a lot of bone meal coming out of this thing, isn't it? Very good deal indeed. Okay, so yeah, I think we're good to run the system for realsy now. I do want to know how much bone meal this bottom one actually got. Looks like it's got like 5 stacks in it on that side. It should. Both of those hoppers should be totally full Yeah, that's not the original hopper, is it? There's one more behind it. I can't actually reach that one though. So we'll put some more bone meal in there. Because this bottom one's gonna be the one that struggles the most, right? Oh, iron farms aren't directional. You can build them whatever way you want. You're all good. Don't worry about it. Can't I just run the flower farm until it's full? Yeah, so I need to give each layer a good backlog. That way our distribution system actually works fully. Because otherwise, like, you know, the top layer is gonna be sucking up most of that bone meal. But yeah, you're technically right. We could just run it the whole time. I think that would be acceptable. However, it would take quite a long time for that to backlog the whole system. And this is just a really quick way to jumpstart that, right? You thought everything is directional in Bedrock? Almost. Almost everything. So I don't know what we're going to do with all this dirt. I think we're going to give a bunch of it to Plod, and then that'll be fine. I don't need to trade it for bone meal, so I guess I'll just give it to him. Because I got given all the bone meal, so like we're good there. We'll pass it on. We'll pass it forward. We'll do the good stuff. We'll do the good deed of the day. You know, I'm actually really liking having all the items in the inventory piled up on the left side, because that means that you have this entire like 6x4 area where you can just like spam items in. Obviously, we have the top 3 filled in right there. Wow, pretty convenient actually. I did manage to offload some of the dirt. He took a couple stacks. I also got like 5 shulkers out of him from that deal though. So, not quite even, I guess. Definitely came out ahead on that one, but like, you know, it's farm products, right? It's not like something you really need all of. Oh wow, this thing's actually been producing. Incredible. Wow, it actually like, these are all the cactus that we harvested by hand down here, and now it's actually produced more than that. That's crazy. This thing's making good progress over here too. No mud maker. Yeah, I had plans for a mud maker in the base. That was gonna happen. Yeah, all of them could be running at once, Mario. They could indeed. That is how the base is designed to function. Absolutely everything works from the AFK spot. The idea is that, you know, the entire sim area, the entire loaded area around the player is completely filled in with farms. That was the plan. Is this enough bees? I don't think there's enough bees. I saw knees in there. Oh, there's knees again. Knees! We got knees. There's also a beautiful thing in there. I'm only seeing, and then meant to be. I forgot we had meant to be. Oh yeah, the least beautiful thing. Oh jeez. Where's the most beautiful thing? Most beautiful thing. Where's he at? Oh no, that's least. Oh there. Oh, I saw him. Oh, there's somewhere. There's somewhere around here. Oh, I just saw them. They might have gone in the hive. Wait. No, there they are. The most beautiful thing. There we go. Okay, we still got them. We're on Sim 4. As is the usual. Okay, let's go ahead and... Should we move some items down? I feel like we should move items down. Oh, we could also start figuring out the storage hall on this side, I think. That's a good idea. Why not chests? Chests! Yeah, so we'll figure out some decoration for this at some point. We know that this works. I just need to fill in all those items. That might be a next stream thing, maybe this weekend. And then just go ahead and mine out this entire chunk over here. Entire chunk! Fastest way to get redstone, witch farm. 100% witch farm. It takes like no redstone to build, and then you get so much redstone. Even if you don't throw a storage system on there. Oh, hi, this has got some sort of... Oh, it's just an infinite water source. Okay. I was like, yeah, there's no blocks around that, so why would there be something there? We gotta go run the gold farm for a second, don't we? Maybe we'll run the flower farm for a second, too, just to see if we can crash the server. It's obviously the stick farm. It is a stick farm. It's also a redstone farm and glowstone farm and sweetstone farm and glowstone farm and potion farm and spider eye farm, and I think that's all the farms that it is. It's seven item farms and then 11 total. 11 if you're counting fire potions, fire resistance, but I don't get those in my design, so it's only 10. You only get swift and health and water breathing. It's not really a way to add a magma block in there. If you did add a magma block that they stood on occasionally, then you get the occasional fire potion. Occasionally. The one purpose of the flower farm isn't to get bone meal, it's to crash through the bedrock. Now you're understanding the process. So, obviously, this is going to be the floor layer. I don't know what we're going to do for the floor, but, you know, whatever. So then, let's say that we have chests, like, right here. So, side two blocks in here. So, we'll cut in the room a little bit. So, we'll have, like, a wall going out to here and here. It's a 6 wide room. That seems reasonable. Those were our little staircases down there from earlier. Which we... Oh, I mean, technically this is a way down to the mines. That's not terrible. Best way to refill mending tools? I mean, just a good old-fashioned experience farm. Silverfish experience is really quick, but also, like, guardian farms are good, gold farms are good. All them guys. Can't really go wrong. 1... And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof. That's only half of what we need. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not even good enough. 16. Yeah, so 1 for each color of wool. And then obviously a couple double chests of each. As long as they crash the game, yeah. Yeah, whatever your experience farm is, you just gotta make sure it's good enough to crash the game. That's the prerequisite. Prerequisite. For a good farm nowadays. We gotta figure out something to do at the end of this room, too. I feel like instant mining isn't as fast as it used to be. I feel like this is just a tiny bit slower than normal. I don't know what's up with that. But it feels just the tiniest bit slower. Gold farms and eyesore. I think kind of all gold farms are, to be honest. They're not particularly good looking. I tried with mine, but still like, eh. Not really. Not really there. Okay, so that's going to be the easy side of the room. This is going to be the complicated side of the room, because this is going to be dyes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're only doing 15 on that side. We're not going to have a black dye farm, because we don't have the possibility for that. We're not doing wither roses. We're not doing a Okay, there's probably the possibility for a Wither Rose farm. Do you really want that in this area? No. Squid farm could maybe happen in the river, but there ain't time for that. So we're skipping the black dye. Maybe we'll add a chest here or just have like an item frame on it. Just like, this is where it would go if it did exist. This is where I'd put my my black dye farm if I had one. Yeah, the pickaxe is going away soon. Who needs shulker boxes when you can build chest monster? See, that felt pretty fast. Skip the white too. No, because we're gonna have a source of bone meal, right? So we'll have a white dye farm. But yeah, we could. Yeah, so if we have the 4 too tall flowers, oh, there goes the pickaxe. Then we're gonna have all of those 4. So that's gonna be red, yellow. I think it's pink and magenta, right? And then we can use those red and yellow to make orange, and then we can make all the other ones. And then we got the blue and the light blue from the farm, along with orange too. And we're gonna have gray, light gray, and white. Yeah, because we have white dye coming straight from the flower farm as is. So we're gonna siphon off some of the flowers from the flower farm. I forgot to do that. We should have done that tonight. Put a couple of extra little item sorters on the flower farm just to siphon off just a couple of items. A looting squid farm in the river pretty quick? I mean, maybe. I don't know how they work, and I've never designed one. So, yeah. Only squid farms I've ever really messed with are the just standard magma block ones. I mean, those are super easy too, though. Is that gonna work? Mostly. At least we can see the pigmen dying. Yeah, you can see just how much experience is coming up over there. That's so much. That's crazy. I kind of want to do this farm, but doubled. So, you know how we have like 2 on that side and 2 on that side? I kind of want to put a 2 on that side and 2 on that side. Just like completely surround me. Just box myself in with portals. I think that could be fun. Not in this base, but like at some point. I mean, maybe in this base. Maybe. Maybe. We'd have to really upgrade the storage. Would it work? Would it work? I don't know. It's possible. I mean, it would be a really quick way to fill in. Oh, I did fall down. Didn't even notice. Beacon was in the way. Be a really quick way to fill in those extra areas that we got. You can still do pillager experience farms. They're just like on Java, the pillagers spawn way more because they like spawn everywhere. On Bedrock, you can get like 4 spawning spots. Although some people are finding a lot more spawning spots nowadays. I'm still not sure what's up with that. But yeah, you can find a lot more spawn spots. It is possible. Sometimes they'll be on like the little tents or whatever outside your place. Sometimes that is where you can find more guys, but yeah, I'm not sure why exactly they changed that or why that is. Hey, I don't even have ray tracing on. It's just broken. Cool. Well, this is neat. Just like these blocks are not rendering in. I find so many X-ray glitches in this game. Or maybe this game just has a lot of X-ray glitches in it. Let's see. Can I go up a little bit? No. Do a little bit of third person. Hey, if the game gives you a free X-ray glitch, you may as well look at your base. Oh no, guys, I found some villagers. Oh, geez, I didn't know those were there. See how many lamps we got, though. It's a lot of lamps. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anyway, can you go back to being normal now? No? No? Oh, we're gonna make it worse. Oh, wait, hold up. There we go. We're gonna make it worse. Yeah, okay, now we're talking. We got a bunch of mobs spawning in the caves. That's pretty normal. That's to be expected. You don't have a mob switch set up for that. Can we mine this out? Oh, I mined that block. Here we go. Here we go. I would love to get an X-ray over here. I want to look at this part of the base. There we go. Now we're talking. Wow, I can see my whole storage system from here. Wow. Oh, those zombies are looking up at my villagers. Okay. I think that guy is too. Wow, the pathfinding range on them is crazy. Yeah, they're looking upwards. Okay, well, I guess we should go light up those caves. At some point. Yeah, I don't know why mining the blocks made it worse. Okay. Okay, oops, I made it worse, guys. It's just this entire chunk. Cool. Well, you know what? We're just gonna fill this back in. No one will ever know. We just won't tell them that there's an X-ray chunk in my base. And they, you know what? Maybe I can open it up as an attraction. Okay, just never mind those blocks, guys. You don't want to know. There's a portal to other dimensions right there. Can I find them? Of course I can find them. They're that way. Oh, no, it's over here too. Okay, so we need full-on item filters behind these. We need like an extra 5 blocks back here. And then we're gonna have a water stream system. We're also gonna have an AND gate as well. So we're gonna have a water stream system to deliver all the items. Fire at the end for any that are, you know, done. We're gonna have a lamp system to turn on when the system is full. An AND gate to detect when all of these have filled up with their double chests of wool. And then once all these are full, then it's going to turn off the wool farm. The wool farm's just going to run continuously until that day arises. So that's pretty easy. Yeah, all this side is pretty easy. The only thing that's going to be mildly interesting or problematic about this entire zone is the right side, because that's the dye side. We got to do quite a bit of auto crafting on that side. So we're going to be taking a bunch of bone meal, bone mealing a bunch of the 2 tall flowers, and then we're going to be auto crafting a bunch of those 2 tall flowers into other dyes. You know, I mined out a bunch of these blocks right here, but they just won't. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine. You see, like, the blocks break out, but they just don't go away. Okay. Oh! That means we can stand in them. Yeah. Haha! Guys, I got stuck at the ceiling. And now I can X-ray slightly better. But not really, because I still can't see it this way. That's the way I want to look. Okay. We mine out all this. I think we got it all. Yeah, we'll just relog and that'll fix it. So let's see. It's gonna be like hoppers, water stream. Yeah, so wait, hoppers. Oh, water stream might be above this. I don't know. Water stream, hoppers. No, the items are gonna be coming in from this direction, so they're gonna be aligned. Yeah, okay. Let's just figure it out. So water stream, hoppers, comparator, redstone, redstone. So at least to here. And then we're also going to have an AND gate on top of that. So it's going to be redstone torches and then a redstone line right here. Mine this out by another block. And then we're going to need another redstone line coming out of there because that's going to go actually turn off the wool farms. redstone torch. Wait. Redstone torch is right here. So this is going to be a full line of redstone torches. Once all of those redstone torches turn off, it's going to turn off this redstone line that would be on this block, which will then activate a normal redstone torch right here. And then it's going to activate another redstone line that's going to go turn off the wolf farm. Did you figure that out? I don't know if you did. Now, when it comes to this side, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's up with Moss either. Something's happening with Moss. Poor dude. He's got moss in the brain. Oh, you know what? I wanted food as well. What version did we make the world in? It was 1.21. I think it was just straight up 1.21, because that's when they released the trial chambers, right? Or something like that. I don't remember the exact update, obviously, but something. You know what? Let's take a bunch of these. We're gonna load up the... Yeah, so you'll see that this chunk right here is still broken. So it's just like those two couple sub-chunks break visually a lot. I don't know why, but ray tracing just does not like those. Doesn't not like those. So we're going to take all these and turn them into slabs and dump them into the furnace array that we have back here. Oh, hi, this chunk's broken too. Don't worry about it. Wait, where's the chest at? Hold up. This one right here. Okay. Let's throw all these out. And then you can just like shift click these and then it was working. Shift click drop. No, I can't drop it. Can't drop it? Cool. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then we'll turn them all into slabs, I guess. I don't know, there's probably a faster way to do this, like maybe an autocrafter, but where's the fun in that? And then all these go into the chest to get smelted. Again, with this system, we're going to have to backlog the entire thing. We're doing quite a bit of that in this base, aren't we? A lot of backlogging. There's probably smarter, better ways to do that, but item distribution is one of the big things that we're figuring out how to learn how to do in the space. Okay, and now that we have like a full inventory of this, we can just go dump some of this off like over here. Kind of kickstart this. That's actually already getting delivered that way. Well, let's put some over here then. Yeah, I don't know what Moss is doing over here. Just like something is happening. He says there's lag. Nothing in the farm is running. Nothing in the base is running. Oh no, it made stupid things. Oh, God, that's why you search the item that you want to. I mean, these will still smelt. Okay, whatever. Throw them in there. I have to throw them away. It's just really stupid. Okay, well, whatever. Oh yeah, hi. How's this going? Lovely. This is Minecraft Alpha graphics right here. It's kind of somewhat neat. Kind of retro futuristic. Need a block. Yeah, so this is coming along. Obviously, there's like 4 things that we need to do. Decorate this. Assign all of our items to here. So we got to go through each one of these chests and put in all the items that we actually own and fill those in. Every single slot. That's going to take probably like 2 hours right there. And then We gotta like clean up these little chest edges that we can see through, like right here. We gotta get some black stone for that. Looks like we're missing a concrete right there. We'll fix that right now. We gotta finish up this room over here. That's gonna be probably the next live stream. If I had to guesstimate what we were gonna do, probably gonna be all of this, because like this side is really easy. We can toss that together in less than like an hour, I think. Like honestly, that might be less than like 30 minutes, 20 minutes even. This side, this one's gonna be interesting. We'll have to figure out quite a bit of stuff for this one, because I don't know how to do any of that. Oh, I pushed the chest back a block. Whoops, I put them on the wrong side. I mean, I guess that's fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll have like the wall right here, and then it goes in by block. That'll be more visually interesting anyway. What about the lag onto the back? Ah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so then we'll have room to sort all this out. So that's going to be the next stream, finishing up this area. And then hopefully we can turn this stream into a video at some point. I don't know what we've really done. We've been fixing up the flower farm. Mostly. That's most of what I've recorded. And then bees! Let's build a bee farm at some point. You just learned how to time out SMH. Oh, it's on fire. It's not on fire. Okay. Well, then time me out. What are you waiting for? You won't. Coward. Yeah, we still have a few farms to build on the surface, too. We got to build the bee farm, mountain pumpkin farm, kelp farm. Boom. Next 3. We can wrap that up pretty quickly, I think. Let's have you have a good time. One of these days. One of these days. Bee farm, I kind of know what we're doing. That should be really easy, actually. I don't know if we want to build that vertically or horizontally, though, because we could push up the beehives to make like a big, tall building, or we could push them around the middle, kind of just like a little zigzag in there. That'd be kind of small, kind of like a really short building. So I guess we'll go vertical with it. And then we will build up the mountain pumpkin farm. That's going to be a bit of a smaller build, but I think we're going to build like 3 stacks of that. So 3 farms, so boom, boom, boom. That way we have a bit of a taller build there as well, and then we'll send all the items out straight to Compost Tower just to supply the flower farm. And then kelp farm, I still don't know what we're doing with that. We'll have to figure out a basic design for that. It might be extremely similar to what we have over here. And it's going to be... Is it going to be lined up with those builds? Yeah, so it's going to be lined up directly with that one anyway, so we'll have a bit of symmetry there, I guess. We kind of need like a 4th crop that uses the same growing method that we could have like true symmetry, but, you know, right now we're just going to have a false symmetry. Oh, and then once we have those 3 farms built up, then we start installing tracers. Because I'm not sure what we want to do in the middle yet, but we could do some tree farmage or something. And then, what else do we want to do? The underground, of course, yeah. So once we actually get all the tracers here, then it's going to start looking very nice. Then the visual will really come together, I think. Obviously, we'll clean up like that and that and that. A couple other things. Oh, and then we got to decorate. Oh, right, yeah, I forgot about that. Whoops. Well, I guess that's where we're going to leave it for now. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be streaming again on the Saturday and Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern, late UK, and early Australian time. You guys know the deal. We're getting more stuff done here on the server. We're going to end by raiding someone as we always do. We got ourselves a Ladrium still here on the server, although I think they're about to end because they said that they were going to be ending like 15 minutes ago. So I think we're gonna not raid them, because I think they're about to wrap up. But instead, we're gonna go raid Ellie Beatmaker. You guys know the deal. Drop a follow on the channel. Tell them where you came from. I'll see you guys over there and in the next stream. Here is the link to them in the chat. It's just twitch.tv/Ellie